So
welcome to Talking Swibs.
Y'all need to warn me about this.
My name is Ben.
yes,
You can call me Benjamo, 19.
hello Benjamin.
This is Spuddles.
I'm Spuddles.
I'll also call him Nick. That is Will Santorio / This is Bay, and that Bay as Bailey and herself. And the quiet one is Alex.
Hi there.
No, you're the quiet one. No words.
You can talk.
Oh, thank you.
So here we are again.
Nick left. Nick's back.
Yes. Okay. So. Boy,
The
you
needle
thirsty?
thread.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh.
So. Me, Will, Alex, and
Yes.
Ben went to Iron Age.
We did.
Yes.
First time without our token agent.
What is Iron Age?
First time ever.
What is
Hey.
What is Iron Age?
Iron Age is a Korean barbecue place where you are basically paying a price. You get as much meat as you want. Yes, it is a sausage fest. And,
I don't remember any sausage.
Anyways, no, but you cook it yourself at your table with a grill that's inside the table.
I think the table's actually about this size.
It's this size with like a little circle, like
With
a
a
circle
circular
like
grill.
this circumference inset into the middle, and it's just, yeah, you just get all the meat you want. We
You get all the soup you want, all the salad you want.
Mm-hmm.
some good old rice. We got beef bulgogi and Iron Age steak, which are two of my favorite, and we kept going back and.
Beef bulgogi, not beef bologna.
I said I tried
bulgogi.
I tried
It
saying
was like
bulgogi,
it was
but it's
in between.
bulgogi. I'm sorry. I'm
And it's
uncultured.
Iron Age. And those two are the best.
Yes, the Iron Age steak as well.
At least at that location.
Yeah, so like basically, it's all you can eat, and
They
so
give you tongs and scissors.
yeah, you get tongs and scissors.
That's what you used to cook.
What
We
else do you
usually-
need, honestly.
Yeah, we usually have
Don't.
Timmy. He's our dedicated Korean, and
God.
he would because I mean he loves to do it. He's
Yeah.
all about it, and
He likes,
He
to
would-
he likes putting me and Alex in situations where we have to try new stuff.
Yes.
I'm usually there, and then I'm okay with whatever, so
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. And then, so yeah, you start off ordering 2 dishes, put the first one on, and the other one's on standby, and then when that one's ready to be served, you put the other one on, and then you order your next one. So it's a continuous, something's on the grill and something's being eaten type thing. And yeah, so what was your thoughts and feelings since it was your first time going?
I thought it was really good. The meat was really high quality, and the fact that you could just get unlimited of it was really good. We
Yeah.
tried.
All for $25.
Yeah, and that's the dinner price too. The lunch is like 16
15.
Yeah, 15.
something.
Something like
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's so it's really good price because it's basically just a bunch of ribeye,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you have chicken options and pork options. There are like you can order vegetables, but why would you?
You could also end up getting shrimp or
Squid?
Yes, those were the other ones.
Which we didn't.
We should have tried the
We didn't
squid.
do that.
Have you eaten squid before,
Yeah.
Ben?
No, and I don't know if I'd like it.
And
Okay,
I'm really
that's
kind of
fair.
glad
If
that we
you-
didn't because I don't know how to cook it. I'd
Right.
rather,
I
I'd
would
rather
prefer
Timmy
Timmy to be there to cook
because
it.
he
If it
knows
was-
how to
if
cook
you
it.
were going to try it, but
Okay.
no pressure if you.
I'll
don't
wait till
want to.
Timmy, and if Timmy comes with us and cooks it, I will try it.
Bailey,
Okay.
did you have anything like that before or no?
I've never had Korean barbecue like that.
Okay.
Oh, this will
I want to take her.
Yes. That would be a nice
I'd probably
date night.
mostly just eat seafood.
Okay. Oh yeah. So the cooking. I thought this was funny. So we didn't have Timmy. So Will wanted to be the cook.
No, I didn't want to be the cook. I was kind of thrust into that position.
Oh,
said that
you
at the end.
wanted
That's
to.
my
Just
ass.
shut up.
Well, it was also one of those things where I'd been there more than all of y'all put together.
Yes.
So I kind of seen how it was supposed to go, and I
And you
knew exactly
wanted
what was
it.
supposed to go. So I thought it'd make it easier.
Right. So Will was like, "This is now my grill."
Yeah.
Until.
Until our lovely
Dumbass server.
server Satchel.
Yes, that's right. I was like, he has like some stupid name.
Who was
Way to
so
name drop.
polite and helpful and just wanted to give us a good old experience.
'Cause-
Heard that it was Ben's first time.
Yeah.
Wanted to explain everything thoroughly.
Because originally, like me and Ben got there first.
Yes.
We sat down, and we're waiting, and our server came up. He's just like, "Hey, my name is Satchel," and then we both had the immediate realization of, what the fuck was his name? Did he say Satchel? And then we both looked at his name tag and saw it was Satchel. And we're like, oh.
His name is Satchel.
His name is Satchel.
Please continue.
Yes. And anyways, so he's a very energetic? No.
He was just very polite.
He was very polite and nice.
Controlling.
No, he wasn't.
Will has a completely different opinion about Satchel.
What had happened was is just that, you know, Will would throw it on and he'll move it around, whatever, kind of wait, and then every now and then Satchel, he would come and like get our orders, maybe refill our drinks, whatever, and while he's there he'll grab the tongs, you start moving around the meat and checking on everything.
Well, it's not even that, all right? It's not even that. It's I would literally just get done moving it, and then he would come up and he'd start moving it again. Like,
I just kept trying to be like, Will, it's like part of his job.
no, it's not. And
I would just smile and look at him.
No, that's when I turned to you, though, okay?
Yeah.
Because literally, that has never happened before because we had Timmy there.
Yes, and Timmy did not let go of the tongs from what
Timmy's
I understand.
Asian.
No, but the thing is, I think it was a miscommunication because most people need that assistance. Like when we go with Timmy, we're like the rare exception that need people to.
Yeah.
We don't need anybody else to help us because Timmy's got it, and Timmy just usually has a really good way of waving them off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like he just does like the offhand wave, like it's fine.
Piss
but
off.
but I don't know if that was ever communicated with Satchel.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or
That's
Satchel. Satchel's just
But he was
doing
also
his
making sure
job.
nothing was like undercooked and stuff like that.
Right.
And I
'Cause we
think
did
I
get-
think one or two things were a little extra. I think it was like the pork and like something else, but then that's like it has nothing to do with like Will's fault or anything like that. It was just
The grill got really freaking hot.
yeah, just because like over time,
All that grease and
all the grease and stuff from like the
the
food,
griddle.
it kind of builds up. So eventually they need to change out the grills, and they'll bring you out a new grill real quick. Just boop, boop.
Yeah, they have a little tool that sticks in it, and
Yeah.
you can move it around.
Which
But
is pretty
like, Alex had the most charred piece of meat I've
good. It was
ever
the chicken,
seen.
right?
I don't remember if it was chicken or
No,
one
I
of
don't
the
think it
beefs.
was the
I think it was
chicken.
the
I think it was
pork. It was
one
the
of
pork?
It was one of the. Yeah, it was the pork. The
Oh.
one
Yeah.
pork that we had. And it was like the entire one side. The one side was fine, but the entire one backside was pure black.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a side that was fine because
Oh,
the whole thing.
Yeah, all I
You
saw
just
was
saw that one
black.
piece, yeah.
I just saw like we was like, I'm all right. Alex gets charcoal. And then, okay,
This is
we're
fine.
okay with this. This is
And
fine.
then, so since everyone's eating out of the central pot, like you just have your own little plate, and you, like as someone's serving, as one of your friends are serving you your food, you just sort of stick your plate in there, and then there's this awkward like, is everyone getting enough?
Right.
Because I want
More.
No, that's what I felt guilty of. Like, I understand Timmy's guilt because like the one time I was serving to people, I wanted to like serve myself last and make sure I wasn't like hogging the share
Right.
of the load.
Yeah.
So that's what. So I understood the technique of you hold out original, you wait for him to put some on, and then you pull back and you wait and you see if there's more, and everyone has some. You're like, I got a little short on that.
And then you stick it back. Yeah.
Exactly. But there'd be time, yeah. Both of you guys, when you'd be serving, y'all wouldn't have served yourself, and you would have like served me twice. Be like, give yourself some.
Yeah. But overall, really delicious.
It was a good experience. I really want to go back.
We were over at your place last night. We were watching the games.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about
I was about to.
But after the games, we were chilling out talking and like that, and then we were like, let's go to Iron Age. We didn't go.
Oh.
No.
But it was
Wait.
brought up, and people were ready.
it. It was brought up at 10:30 last night.
I don't
But
see what the problem is.
Nick is on a whole different level from us, like sleep schedule wise. He was like, he got his hopes legitimately up when he heard that we were like,
We were joking.
like semi joking to go to Iron Age. He was
Where's
like,
it
wait,
at?
we could go,
I was like-
but we could go though.
And yeah, I was like, it's possible.
There's 3.
It's a
Oh, I
thing.
couldn't
Yeah.
by my
We
word.
can
The
go.
best one is in Duluth.
That makes sense.
And I was like sitting there like,
That checks out.
I've been to that
there
one.
is
I
no
went to that one
argument not
first.
to.
So
But
we're
we're-
going to try it. Timmy said that he wanted to take us all to the Duluth one, and I actually really want you to see that because it's better.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I wanna
overall, it is absolutely
That's not too
better.
far from us.
I think the menu is a
go.
little
Schedule
bit
it
bigger
and
too.
just send me a text.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
wait
yeah.
for
January.
They also serve, like, alcohol that one. They
Oh,
don't
really?
serve
Nice.
alcohol at the one.
Do they not? I thought
They
they
had
had a
a
No,
bar in the
they
middle.
have a bar in the back.
They do, but it's not the same. Like
It's a bar, but it's
I
not
don't
a
know.
bar.
All right.
According
It's
to
like a minimum.
just
According to
alco-
Will's standards, it's not a bar.
no,
It's-
like
that's
if
all
you,
he
if
needs,
you
though.
if you go to the other one, it's like a really big bar,
Yeah.
and like you can buy like this thing. Even this thing, because the first time I went to the one in Duluth,
Mhm.
these guys got a beer tower that was like that big
Oh,
for
shoot.
like $6. I was like, this is.
Wow,
It's
sounds like
sanity.
cheap beer.
It was Bud Light. I mean, it makes sense, but
Okay.
It's still
Yeah.
not bad.
Yep. Yep.
I think the one we were debating going to was that 24-hour Korean restaurant, though,
Yeah.
because it would actually have been open.
Yes.
Apparently, I didn't know this, but a lot of Korean restaurants are
they
open
say
24/7.
24/7.
Oh.
Oh.
So we could have just hopped over to Duluth real quick and gotten some good Korean barbecuing.
That explains something because I think there's one over in Marietta near where I work that's open 24/7, but I keep doubting that it's open 24/7 just
Oh, no,
because
it-
like I
it
look
is.
at it and I'm like, you're not open.
Surely not.
Might not be anyone there, but they're open.
Midnight lunch break. Korean. There we go. It's gonna be
Yum.
nice.
Mhm.
What do you want to talk about, Will? You want to talk about
I
your
know
first
what
ever win?
I know what he doesn't want to talk about. Oh, we can't talk about that.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about positive things.
Let's,
Yeah.
Those are things where I didn't technically win, but I won.
You won.
don't
Didn't
downplay
technically
it.
Wait,
You
not,
You
what do
won.
you mean? Why is it
At
not
middle-
technically?
Because I had to rely on his fucking.
Oh.
ego.
No. We played 2v2
Of
in Middle
what?
Earth,
Of
Yeah, Middle Earth.
Middle Earth Battle Strategy Game or Strategy Battle Game.
And it was.
and it was those two versus us.
good
two.
guys versus bad guys because they were
Whatever.
the evil armies and we were the good armies.
That makes sense.
We like rolled for it too, and it just worked out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked out in multiple ways because you two had a 450 point army, we had a 400 army, so it was 850 both ways.
Oh, sweet.
So it worked
Yeah.
in multiple ways. But he had the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
I had my Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Isengard,
Isengard.
and you had your Easterlings.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, the reason why I say I didn't win is because I had to rely on his fucking Eagles way too much.
I don't know if it's like a
You still
relying.
won, though.
You still had most of Alex's army on attention on
Occupied.
you.
He was like the side attack. He was like the maneuver. I'm forgetting the right word, but you came at us from
Flank.
the side. Flank.
Mhm.
There
Yes.
you go. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. you flanked us. We were
Yes.
occupied with like the main
I
force.
had
Yeah.
4 giant eagles
I was
come
about-
up the side.
I was about to like explain how radically different like
Yes.
the armies could be. Like so, Nick had 850 points worth of units.
450.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yes, 450.
450 points worth of units. Will had 400 points of units. And Will, how many units did you have on
19.
horses?
19.
19. And Nick had more points, but 4 eagles.
Yes.
Those bitches can fly.
Yes.
And they're terrifying.
Each eagle is 100 points, and then Guahir, the leader, is 150
50.
points.
Mhm.
But to also be fair, they each have 3. I guess we can say HP. And
Yeah.
Oh.
they have 3 HP, and
3
each
wounds.
and each normal unit only has 1 HP.
Yeah.
Mm.
I only had one unit that had 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's a strategy game, so
Yeah.
there's no
Right.
technically didn't win. It's all about how.
It's
like,
all
good your
about a group
strategy
effort. You
was.
both
See,
won against
Will,
us.
It was a
Alright.
great strategy.
If you didn't charge into Alex, okay, or if you weren't in that like standoff with Alex, and pretty much Will and part of Ben's
Yeah.
archers, then like obviously my 4 eagles would have died.
I mean, we still took
We
out
still
3
killed
of them.
3. Somehow managed to kill 3 eagles by the
Yeah.
end of it.
Yes.
Which I'll take.
I was more-
I'll take
I
a win
was-
from that.
Yeah, me too.
I was most impressed on how you were able to kill the last eagle because the thing was just 2 people.
Right.
And just
It
happened
was
to
one
kill
captain.
It was
It
luck.
was Raxu and one other guy.
Yeah, and the eagle only had 1 wound on it, so it still had two health.
Yeah.
But yeah, eagles kind of came up the side and just. I think I took out every single one of Ben's units.
Pretty much. The couple of archers
There
were
was one
picked off.
archer left.
Yeah, I had 1 unit left.
Yeah.
I think the most hilarious part, though, out of all of it, was that you two were like kind of like locked in combat for multiple turns because you were flanking his units from behind. So
Yeah.
y'all's combat would last for like
3
10 to 30 seconds at most.
Right.
And then we would spend like 5 minutes rolling dice and you would just be off to the side chatting. We had like 5 or 6 different combats to resolve as like the main force of the army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Nick's bird, like, just massacred my leader in 1 shot.
Yeah, that
It's
was
like-
awesome.
He knocked him off his horse, so he got a hit from that, and then he continued to just pummel me.
I was
Why
like,
don't you
okay.
play with your ints?
I don't have enough points of ints. I guess I could have for that size fight.
How many points of ents do you have?
Points of ints.
400.
I don't know how else you would say that.
I have
Yeah.
400 exactly.
How many
Okay.
endpoints do you have?
I have
Some.
3 ints, and so that equals 400 points, because Treebeard is 200 with Merry and Pippin,
Yeah,
I see.
and then
they're on top.
each
Now I'm like,
int.
fuck you, and they throw
Actually,
stones.
it might be
It'd be
more points
500.
because, yeah, each int is worth 120, so it's actually 440.
Okay.
So whenever we
So,
do full size armies, which are 1,000 points, how many ants?
6 total.
6 total ants,
Yes.
including Treebeard.
Yes, and Merry and Pippin.
For me, it's going to be 9 total birds.
I don't.
That's
wanna
a
go
lot.
I don't want to go into how many units.
They're on their way.
Yeah, and
Bird is the word. Oh yeah,
I did post that today
Yes, we had a. Oh, you posted it today.
on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's still.
Yeah, we were chatting with Ian because Ian was doing. He was at a party.
I just kept sending him snaps.
We kept sending him snaps, and then so I was like, we should send him one with. So I pulled out my phone. I started playing "Bird is the Word," while he's got his Snapchat going, zooming in and out on my eagles, slaughtering everyone.
Yeah,
It was perfect. I liked it. Thank you for that.
of course.
Yes, but you won. You won with me.
Yes.
You were victorious.
I also claimed my first real victory playing Will when we first got there.
Mhm.
So
Yay.
I'm pretty happy about it.
That was your first ever win with
It
me.
doesn't feel good, man.
It should.
It feels good, but it's like.
Does it feel like I handholded you?
A little bit.
I wouldn't feel that way. You took on the
not really.
brunt of the army.
I took on the Isengard, which is my fucking foe.
But you beat the Isengard. I remember my eagles didn't go over there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like because of how much of a hard time that I always have against Alex and his freaking Isengards.
Freaking.
Yes, freaking fucking Isengards.
Yeah, we have to curse more, Will.
Sorry.
May as well just do it.
Fucking
Fucking.
Isengards.
Yes.
Basically, I don't count it a win against Alex until I beat his fucking Saruman.
That's right. You were.
I
Saying.
didn't have the Saruman this time.
He
Could have
didn't.
turned the tide.
Yeah. Which my rolls were actually on fire that day.
Yes, they were.
Oh
I-
yeah,
I
you
was
were just
rolling-
rolling sixes nonstop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so since you not only did you have a very superior unit, you were just rolling really, really well.
Yeah. And then, and then there was one where it's like, oh, I got Alex's dice 6. I was like, why can't you do this?
No, it's just your luck. So for anyone that doesn't know the game that well, there's fight values, which is if you roll to see who hits. Who hits out of the two armies that are colliding.
Right.
And he had a higher fight value, which means that if we tied, or if he rolled a 6 essentially, then it wouldn't matter what I rolled. Because
Right.
if we tied, then he would win. So
Yeah.
he would just keep rolling, and I'd be like, oh, fuck it, I can't even roll, I can't even do anything.
Yeah, there's no point.
There's a couple of times where I'm just like, okay, I roll, and then Alex is sitting there waiting to roll, and I'm like, okay, roll again, and then okay, roll again,
Yeah.
and then he's just like, I'm just gonna put this in my
Well, I'm
pocket.
just holding these. It's fine.
And Will's dice have a vendetta against him.
They do until the very end of the fight.
Oh yeah,
against
that's right.
Isengard.
Will learned that he just has to be rough with them.
Oh yeah, I just gotta chuck them.
Oh, okay.
Is that why you went to the end of the table and started throwing them?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you never said the reason for
Hey,
it.
it
but-
worked, didn't it?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He needs those dice to call him daddy.
No, and I say granddaddy. You gotta call me granddaddy at this point.
God.
Big Papa.
Not saying it. But that kind of ruins your choice because what he does is he rolls, and if it rolls shit like a 1 or a 2, then he grabs it and he puts it off the side. But I don't think you understand that actually technically ruins your chances.
The funny thing is that I agree with Alex in one respect where it said the chances are all the same,
Right.
Yeah,
Alright.
it is.
but they fucking hate me.
That is completely counterintuitive to the first point you just said.
I'm literally saying that if I roll a die 3 times and I get a 1, a 2, or a 3 every single time, that dice is going in the garbage.
But you only roll it once
That's
and you
it.
throw it in the garbage.
No, no.
That dice
I
is
didn't do
dead.
it last time.
Oh, okay.
No, he's getting better.
Oh, okay.
No, they're still going to go into the fuck you pile, but...
Yeah, he'll like separate his dice. This is the bad dice.
Hey,
this
as soon
is
as
the
I
good
started
dice.
turning the dice up...
He'll
where the
eventually go
sixes-
back into the bad dice.
No, as soon as I started
Because
turning
then-
the dice up where the sixes were pointing upwards and all the bad luck was going down
He
to
was
the
trying to
bottom,
prep them all and get that big 6 energy by putting them all
Big
with
6 energy.
did I end up beating your Isengard?
It was a draw.
Everyone has methods.
No, neither of our units were completely destroyed.
Mine is strategy and monsters. That is my method. That's
Well,
my-
yours wasn't
Yeah.
completely destroyed because I still had 6 units back.
Right.
I could have brought
I
them
see.
up.
You
If I would've
could-
brought
you
him up
could have, but
faster-
you didn't.
Yeah, the game
No, I
ended.
didn't.
Mhm. Yes.
Nick, it seems like you have a reindeers are better than people perspective when it comes to
Oh, reindeers are better than people?
From
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know how he's like, reindeers are better than people.
Monsters are better than
Yeah.
units.
Yes. Yes, monsters are better than people. They're bigger, they're stronger,
They're more cheap.
They're neater.
more cheap? No.
Cheap,
Financially?
not
Or-
financially. Not financially. They're more expensive financially and point-wise, but they're cheap when you have to play against them.
Actually, I
Cheap
think
tactics.
if you go based on 1,000 points,
Especially your fucking Balrog.
yes. If you go by 1,000 points and then how much I spent for like that 1,000-point army versus the amount of money that you had to spend for a 1,000-point army, I think it might be the same if not
It's
cheaper.
close, yeah.
Actually, I was about to say, yeah, because you only have to have 9.
Because I've literally
units.
spent
So it's-
over $200 already.
Oh, so mine is 290 for my full 1,000-point eagles.
Well,
Okay.
on the new stuff. The old stuff I spent over $100 because
Right.
I got the box. So
Right.
I'm
So
close to
each
that, yeah.
every 2 eagles is $50. So it's $400 in eagles, right? No, $200 in eagles, and then $90 on Gawker.
Okay, so it might be about this. Yeah, it's comparative.
Yes. So
No,
I
but
spent
after this,
$300
I'm
on
not spending any
army.
more money on the game.
No,
That's
that's fair.
true.
See,
Yeah.
I'll get the units I need and I won't spend more money.
Is that so?
Mhm.
I don't believe that for a second, dude.
We're gonna fall into the Ian trap.
No,
Yeah.
I will not dive that deep.
It's an expensive hobby, is all
It's
I'm
a
saying.
very expensive hobby.
I don't disagree.
But
You
once I
only have expensive hobbies.
no, but my whole thing is I will only once I paint mine, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of doing it again.
Yeah.
You alright?
I was staring into the camera when the tension was high. I was listening like, oh shit.
What? What tension?
Nothing. Anyways.
Because I'm shaming Ben for having expensive hobbies.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm fine.
He does.
I know.
It's just true.
So Call of Duty Modern Warfare just came out with their first season.
I don't like it.
I actually like it compared to what they could do.
But I don't like. That's true, but I feel like they're starting to go the way of EA.
No, they're going the way of Fortnite
So
Ew.
it's still not much better.
with battle passes.
Still not much better.
It's actually a lot better.
I don't like Fortnite.
You can earn everything by leveling up. Everything.
Alright.
And there's just the
Versus
option
normal
to pay
Call of
money.
Duty, which is you spend $5 for some of the content, $20 for the rest of the content, and there's still 10 other expansion packs. Versus,
I agree with that.
you level up and you can get everything, or if you want to, you can spend the money and get everything at once.
Is a season pass like a subscription?
No.
It's more like a competitive season. So it's like you go through a certain amount of months or weeks playing the game, and then they come out with season 2, and then season
So
3.
they have a
Sounds
bunch
like
of
a
cosmetics
subscription.
out.
You're not paying for it though.
Yeah, you're not paying for it. So there's 100
You can
100
pay
levels of
I'm not going to.
there's 100 levels of cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
And if you manage to get the 100 levels before the season ends, then you get all the cosmetics. Or you can spend money and just buy everything and circumvent all of that.
Okay.
But you can get it free if you play enough, which is rewarding for you to and entices people to play the game.
That's
But what used to happen
fair.
with Call of Duty DLC is that they would release like additional maps to play online with, and if you didn't get those maps, then it would be harder to matchmake because you would be put in different lobbies
Which you
than
have
all
to
the
pay
people
money
that did
for.
have the content and had the maps.
Yes.
Yeah, that does sound not
But
great.
they're giving you free maps,
Right.
which this one's from Black Ops or Black Ops 2.
Is there still the Nazi zombie game?
The helicopter
Not in
down.
this one.
The helicopter.
Cancel it. Throw the whole game away.
Yeah, the helicopter down map. You know what I'm talking about?
He kind of ran out of
yeah.
ideas. So.
I think that's one.
That's just the same idea. It
It's
could
been
just
a
be the
while.
same
It's
thing.
been a little
Well,
bit
I
since
think they
played
just
those.
need to bring back the Black Ops 1 zombies and just be done with it. And just have that as its own standalone game.
I
Make
like
zombies
those.
just a game.
I think they've done that before, and then it came out horrible, which was World at War.
Oh, yeah.
I never played that one.
It was literally just zombies. That's all it was. Which was Kino. That was it. And then
Yeah.
if you beat Kino or got past a certain point in Kino, then you get a second map, and then that was the other half of the game. Then Halo came out. Master Chief Collection.
The
for
complete
PC,
collection, except you can only play one game right now.
which
Yeah.
I don't like. And then
Disappointment.
Yeah, because I didn't know that was going to be a thing. I had to read it on a Reddit thread.
I had to start playing the game in order to realize it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Still have to uninstall and reinstall.
hurry up. And
We have
It's
to
not-
wait, I guess.
I know
Yeah.
it's not letting me get to the third mission.
I don't know about you, but what I was looking forward to in Reach was the normal leveling and purchasing system that was part of Reach.
Oh, I haven't checked that out. I don't
What do you
know
mean?
anything about it.
Like, do you remember in Reach where you would play and you would accumulate credits and you
And
would
then
spend the
you'd
credits
spend it on your armor and all that other stuff.
I
Yeah.
thought
Oh,
you just
yeah.
unlocked armor. I don't remember spending.
You unlock
You could
certain.
do
You
those,
unlock
I
some?
think. Yeah.
and then
but then you would have to play a certain amount. You get a certain amount of credits after a while,
and then you can
and
buy
then you
more.
start buying the ones that
Okay.
you wanted.
Right.
It's like you actually had to work for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, I agree. Yeah.
And you'd accumulate a bank and anyways, so they took that away.
Yeah. So now it's just unlocking it, right?
You level up
And unlock stuff.
and you unlock a set one, and you level up and you unlock a set one, which is kind of bullshit because
You may not want those.
there's the 3 variants of every helmet,
Mhm.
meaning you're gonna unlock the same helmet 3 times in a row instead of just moving on and just buying a different helmet. So yeah, it's a little annoying, but it's fine. I think I'm already like level 10 or something like that, so I've unlocked the first 10 things.
Okay.
Also, all campaign experience don't go into it.
Yep. Which is also not a good.
So
thing.
everything you earn through unlocks cosmetically are done through multiplayer.
Mhm.
Oh, well,
Not even firefight or co-op. It's all straight matchmaking.
oh, I need to get on that then.
Yeah.
Because I was playing the campaign, hoping that I'd unlock shit.
Nope.
Okay. Well.
Well, campaign's still fun though.
Yes,
I love
it
Rich's
is.
campaign.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's a really good campaign,
Mhm.
but I need to get into that matchmaking because after 50 rounds or whatever, you can change your clan name.
Yeah, I want to change my clan. name.
Gotta grab that SWBZ.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down.
Mhm.
But I think so. I started playing SWAT.
Of course.
As it goes.
I've been doing pretty good, but by the time I've usually been playing, I'm like fairly tired, so I'm not like on point. I'm also learning some of the maps that they have going on because they put
They're
in
different.
they put in a lot of SWAT maps that weren't normally on there,
Mm.
and some stuff is like new that are there's a couple of garbage maps for SWAT, man. There's one that's literally like you have this room, okay, and it's a really tight room, and it goes up like 7 levels, I think.
Oh, dang.
And they're all every level is like you can if you were to look up, you can like see 3 or 4 levels up, like a person 3 or 4 levels up, and it's complete bullshit because
If you're in SWAT,
if you're in SWAT, people who are just
Just
sit
headshots,
up
yeah.
top and they just rain down upon you. That and it's just like it's so close quarters, and there's like if you were to peek, there's 20 other angles looking at you, so it doesn't make any sense. The whole map design is really rough too, just because it's like you would walk 3 feet, and then if you're in a firefight with somebody, you have like a 90% chance of falling off and falling all the way down.
Oh.
So, because like you have to go along like a bridge that's really, really narrow and stuff like that the entire time. Like it doesn't make any sense. I hate it. This is a horrible map. Why they put it in, I have no idea. And then knowing that everything is PC related, now peaking angles is different. So now spawn killing is a lot easier,
Yep, it sucks.
and you can just like you would. I had a couple of times where like I spawned right behind someone, or I spawned right in front of someone. So like I spawned, died, whatever, or I spawned and killed someone immediately. So it's kind of it's a little rough, but then that's the game. So overall, disappointment. That's what I'm feeling from Halo. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I haven't played enough to actually give an opinion.
Have you played any multiplayer?
Like 1 or 2 matches.
And then you went and tried to do the campaign.
And then
and got
I
stuck.
did the campaign first, and when I couldn't continue with the campaign, I went to multiplayer.
Right.
I didn't touch multiplayer. I just started playing the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
So we'll do a co-op session.
Here's my opinion.
Okay, let me hear your opinion.
What did you do?
I feel like anytime a game is released and it's remastered or it's like a re-release of something,
Mm-hmm.
they're setting everybody up for disappointment, because even if they make a few changes, your expectations are already what they are. It's
Mhm.
going to be really hard to surpass those. Whereas when it's a completely new game,
Mm-hmm.
your expectations are a little more open.
I think I would have been better if they just left it alone.
I agree. That's why I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
when they just remaster things, I think it's almost better when it's just a re-release and it just looks like it's better quality
Mm-hmm.
than when they're like, oh, we're releasing them and there's some new things. It's like, you're setting yourself up for, like, some people will be like, oh, that's cool.
And then
But
other
I'm
people.
sure most people will be like, what the fuck is this? This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, yeah, that's kind of going along the same vein, but it's hard to please everyone, right?
Yeah.
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 It's too split on the people that want everything to stay the same versus making some changes to it.
Which part of it is because Bungie's the one that made Reach. So when 343 is now remaking it, it's like
it's gonna be.
we're
different
gonna
no
make
matter
it a
what.
little extra to show to show that we did something. So when they throw in the maps that they made, I'm like sitting here like, what the fuck did you guys do? This makes no sense. You could have made it a bigger map, but no, you decided to throw this shit in here. I'm like, man, this is stupid. But yeah, I just mostly just don't like 343, which is the company that owns it.
I
right
know
now.
you don't.
It is known.
These
Yeah.
are just standard facts.
Maybe I should get like wall art that says "fuck 343" or something like that.
Facts about Nick. Fact 1.
Doesn't like 343.
Doesn't like 343.
Yes.
Fact 2.
He still doesn't like 3.
Fact 3. He likes Bungie. Fact 4.
Morris says always got Destiny 2.
Yeah, I got. Oh, he's got Destiny 2.
Oh, you
Yeah.
always got Destiny 2 to fall back to.
Yeah, you're right, Morris. Nice seeing you again. Haven't seen you in a little bit. But yeah. Fuck 343.
Anyway.
Anyways, what does everybody else want to talk about?
So I've been watching the new season of My Hero Academia.
Anyways, so yes,
See-
we're in the middle of the season of My Hero.
And Will's already sighing.
Are you guys watching that?
No.
No, I
Okay.
started and then I stopped.
Did you just not like it, or you just fall out of like
I
just
just was
watching?
like, I don't like it that
She'd rather rewatch Vampire Diaries for the 3rd time.
Why are you roasting me?
Because I love it.
I thought you were about to argue, but like 4th time.
Check yourself.
True.
Anyways, so
I like
My
that
Hero.
to be.
My Hero. Will and I are very split about this, and you can already see him shaking his head, so you can imagine where this is going.
Okay,
I like it. I like the new season a lot.
I'm okay with it so far.
So my deal is I love world building.
Yes.
I like it doesn't matter if it's going quote unquote slow, which is what a lot of people are saying it's going right now. It's just like it's a lot of setup.
Yes.
The big I know a little bit from the manga because people talk about it in like comment sections of the other episodes. But there's a new villain whose name is Overhaul. I'm gonna do my best to not spoil as much as possible and try to talk about it very vaguely. But Overhaul, this arc is big. It's I think it requires a lot of setup in order to get all the pieces in place and understand where everyone's coming from, everybody's motivations, stuff like that.
It influences a lot of characters.
Yes, a lot of people have very strong personal growths in this arc, and it's really cool to see all of that.
And for me, I'm okay with the slowness because like every other anime that I've been watching right now has been going 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
of just nonstop this, and this, and I'm just like, please, I just need something that's a little bit like
Right.
something's on the brakes because like literally, I have 2 or 3 animes right now that are literally just nonstop fights. So I'm just like, this is so cool. This is so cool. Holy crap, this is so cool. Power spike here, power spike there. Oh my god.
Jesus. Yeah.
And that's been like that for the past couple of weeks. And then finally, one of the ones that I am watching, which is My Hero, is just slowing down. And actually, one of them is Vinland Saga is actually slowing down just a little bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Finally.
Oh, it's been pedal to the metal for a little bit.
Yes.
Boruto's been pretty wrapped up
Yes.
too. So.
Yes. Yes.
I know that feel, and to me, it had a lot of like hard hitting, like emotional moments too. So I always appreciate those.
Yeah.
Get the tears flowing.
How do you
feels it like
yeah.
it's slow?
All right. So
What's
let's
your
hear, let's
overall
hear from Will
opinion?
Robinson.
Okay.
Overall.
So, I don't dislike it. I'm
You
going to
dislike
preface this with I don't dislike it.
Do you like it?
Not as much as the other seasons.
Okay.
And my reasoning behind that is I understand the whole world building process, but we've already had a full season at the beginning that was an entire world building process.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we are halfway through almost of this season, and we have not really learned as much as we should have. It's slow as hell. And another thing is, it's so slow, guys. It's so fucking slow. You can see where it's going, except for one thing that was spoiled later, which we won't get into.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like it's going to end up building up again. It's going to get to the point where there's 4 episodes left. You're going to see a big reveal, a big fight, and then it's going to go cliffhanger again. Which I'm so sick and tired of seeing in My Hero Academia, because it's happened so many times. Second off...
So many times out of 4.
Hey, that's a lot for an anime. Another thing is, you say you like the whole character development, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
There's only been 3 episodes in this entire 8-episode season so far that has had any character development. Everything else has literally just been, oh, there's a reporter over there. He's going to talk. He can make cameras out of his hands, and he can take pictures, and he's going to interview you. Because
Okay, no.
That was
I'll
a
agree
bullshit
with you
episode.
There was episode 1 of this season was a catch-up episode,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and both Will and I can agree with that we don't like catch-up episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I think what
You like One Piece catch-up episodes?
There are no One Piece catch-up episodes.
Are you kidding
The
me?
catch-up is at the very beginning of every single episode, and you skip it.
Right. No, I'm talking about the overall catch-up of seasons. Where they mash up 100 episodes
Say
into
what now?
one fucking episode? That's a catch-up episode. Why are you lost right now?
I'm lost because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Are those like actual
It's
episodes, or are they like?
It's
Yeah,
at the end of the
extra-
arc. It's like at the beginning of a
Recap.
new arc, and it's not really even doing a full recap. It's telling where everybody is at this point, heading to the
Not
new
that.
place.
Whatever. We'll move on.
I think Will
I'm not
does.
talking
I don't
about
know that Will's watched those.
Okay.
Are they like actual episodes, or are they like
Yeah.
optional episodes?
Sometimes
You know what I'm saying?
sometimes they happen when the studio needs more time to put out the next episode for the week. So they'll do
Yes.
like either a filler episode or they'll do a catch-up episode to get people that are just hopping in on, like, try to catch them up and just hit the most relevant parts. Try at least attempt to make sense of what's going on right now.
Right. One Piece had like mashed up like 100 episodes of the first couple 100 episodes and put them together for people who are just now starting to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, are
that's-
you talking about those?
Yes.
The recap episodes.
Then that's fine because there's fucking 900
Yeah, I was
episodes.
about to say maybe it's a little different for that
So?
one because there's so many.
Yeah.
900 versus 24.
Still a catch-up episode.
Okay.
Still a catch-up episode, and you like it.
Okay. The reason.
I
think
like
it's
it
different.
for other people coming in. I don't like it myself because I watched it all the way through. I already know what fucking happens.
Exactly. Other people are going to start watching it. It's not just about you.
That's why
Yeah,
I
but Will's
think.
point is that there's so many of those
Of
episodes
One Piece.
of One Piece,
And you're trying to
but-
argue the fact that the One Piece at over 900 episodes is the same fucking thing as the 24 episodes of My Hero Academia from the last season.
Yeah, I'm on Will's team.
It still doesn't matter, though. It's
Yeah,
still,
it
the,
does.
still the same concept because not everyone watches as much anime as you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
but if
it's-
you're
but if
watching
it's
My
just-
Hero Academia, why are you going to start on the 4th season?
Nick is saying
People are different.
Nick is okay.
I know that my parents jump in all the time on every different kind of shows, okay? And they do this all the fucking time. They just jump right in the middle of season 4 or something like that, and they have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Or
I
they
actually
just
do
might,
that too.
They might just be scrolling through like an anime site and see that season 4 is released because they see it like on the front page or something and click it to see what's going on.
So if that's their first season, they're gonna watch that and they're gonna understand what's going on.
Okay. You're arguing it's the same concept for both anime. You're arguing what's the point.
Yes.
You're arguing two different things. And
I
getting
think you
mad.
guys probably agree. Like, recap episodes
exist and they're the same
are
thing.
are both of those things a recap episode? Yes. But in One Piece, I feel like it's rational and reasonable to be like, oh, we should maybe have a recap episode of 100 episodes.
Right.
Whereas Will's like, why the fuck is there a recap episode when there's only 12
it's not for him.
things to
And
watch?
what I'm been trying to say for like 3 minutes
Yeah.
is that
sorry.
I think My Hero spiked in popularity in the past year.
Yeah.
So they anticipated that a ton more people are just going to be like, I'll just wait till the next season and just start watching there. And so then they want that first episode to catch everyone up. Be like, we understand you exist. Please watch our anime.
But then
Yes,
you also
true.
have the whole thing with My Hero Academia, though, where it's not really even a catch-up episode. I mean, they literally didn't even catch you up from the very beginning if you're going to do that.
Okay.
I mean, they tried the best they could. They had 3 seasons worth of content to try to shove into one.
But then what also bothered me as well is that every single episode of One Piece, or of not One Piece, of
My Hero.
My Hero, they're constantly saying, and this is my story of how I became the greatest hero, and they explain the entire fucking universe again. In
at
2
the
minutes.
beginning.
Like,
Yeah.
what's the point of having a recap episode if you're going to explain what the point is in 2 minutes at the beginning of the episode anyways?
Yeah,
That's
I think that's a
fair
good point.
So the anime is too slow for you.
Way too slow. It hasn't had the development that it needs.
And in his opinion, there's a whole episode that's wasted. That doesn't even have to be there.
Right.
And it's
when they
slow.
could have had more content.
Yeah. Which I
What
think
was
is
I say? I had something, then I'm losing it. Fuck.
The
It's
training
gone.
was there.
Bring it back. We're losing it. He's dead. He's gone.
I hate that
Rip.
so much.
But I do have to admit, I do like seeing the powers of some of the new heroes
Yes,
that I haven't
that's
seen.
pretty cool.
I do like seeing that. But I don't like the fact that I can tell where this shit is going. I can see the shitstorm brewing, and it's not.
Shitstorm.
It's going to get to the point just like freaking Food Wars, where it's going to go, oh my god, we're getting to the good part. Oh my god, we're at episode 20. We're still going to get to the good part. And now you have to wait a year for season 5 to come out, season 4 to come out, in order for you to get any resolution of what you're doing. Like, that's a waste of a season to me.
I agree with you, Will. I think that's a big problem I have with a lot of anime.
I do appreciate the amount of I know it's not character development, but artistically the visual way that they're showing how characters are getting older and like their bodies are slightly changing just enough
That's cool.
to where it's not super drastic.
They're getting stronger, though. You can tell.
They're getting stronger and like they're getting older.
Well, it's not Naruto to Shippuden.
Right.
It's not that crazy.
It's very gradual, and like you can tell that they're getting taller, they're getting stronger, they're getting more. I guess like their facial features are like starting to become more and more mature. Like I'd never seen something that as well done as My Hero to do that.
That's cool.
Literally so far in this season, I will give My Hero and Academia a pass on 2 episodes that I thought were really good. Everything else has been a waste of time.
Opinions.
So,
Yeah.
2 out of 8 is not a good number.
No.
To be fair, this is already written before in a manga. If you want, you can just read the manga.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the whole point of anime. Why would I read the manga when I can watch it?
I just feel like you can't be mad at the writing of a show.
I'm not mad at the writing of the show. I'm mad at how they're going about it.
You can
you can structure the manga to go into a shorter amount. It's just like a movie. You don't have to put everything from a book into a movie.
Right.
But then people get pissed off when you don't put everything.
You mean like
That's awesome.
Overlord?
You can.
You mean like Overlord when so many people still loved it anyways?
People loved it, but people were very divisive.
Overlord
near
was
the
just
end
a
of the
really good
season.
concept, to be honest, and a really good universe.
But I
Yeah.
mean, there were a group of people that were pissed off that they cut out some certain things.
you can't please everybody.
But
That's true.
and
He's
so
not
far,
pleased.
My Hero
I know.
Academia has not pleased me.
I know. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying.
Still gonna watch it. I'm still enjoying it. It's just I wish it would
Mm-hmm.
There's
wish-
there's
that's
things
fair.
you would do differently.
a
Right.
lot differently.
Any other anime you've been watching?
Caught up on Dr. Stone. It has
Yes.
one episode left after this week. It's really good.
Oh, it's only got one left.
One left. 24 episode season.
Is that like the end of winter?
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay.
gonna be leaving it at a cliffhanger, which I'm not gonna like next week's episode. But
Will doesn't like cliffhangers.
No, I don't, because they piss me off every time because they build up to a boil and then it boils for a year.
Doesn't let it simmer over.
Hooks you in for another season.
Yeah. But if it's
I
a
don't know.
one season anime, I understand that. If it's one season and you're trying to get the second season because you didn't know how the first season was going to go, if you're in the fourth season, that's when I have an issue. But with Dr. Stone, it's really good. I'm
Still behind on One Piece by one.
Nope, I'm caught up.
Yes.
But I'm far ahead in the manga, so I just like seeing how it plays out.
Yep.
I'm almost caught up with the manga again. I tried watching Fire Force. Not a big fan at all. A lot of people will disagree with me on that.
It's just a bunch of rip firebenders.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, it's alright, but when you have other superhero anime and other superpowered anime that are better
And have a lot of
and
variety.
have a lot of variety,
It's kind of hard to.
it's
get
not
behind.
a bad anime. It's just I wouldn't rank it high
Yeah.
on my priority list to watch.
I have a hard time getting behind it just because like they're trying to show variety in a bunch of these fire powers, and at the same time
That's all fire.
it's all fire, and like it's kind of it's hard to understand when one person is more powerful than another when it's just fire that's
Oh,
enhancing
right.
their powers.
It's just kind of like you have to take their word for it. Like if one person overpowers,
Yeah,
the other guy
or
is
like,
just like
when
oh,
someone
he was-
gets hit and like they don't budge type thing, it's a little less believable, and it's just like I don't really understand how much is your firepower and how much is like you're just super fucking ripped.
Resilient.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Same thing.
like there are cool scenes in it and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but at the same time it's like I don't understand like the power gauge on
And
this.
it's getting to the point now where it's like I'm still gonna finish it, but I watched like 8 episodes out of the 24, and I'm like, I don't really feel like picking it back up.
So don't.
Yes,
I gotta finish it. I gotta
Spend your
finish
time
it.
on Boruto.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm already
There it
there.
is.
Yeah.
I am now. Right now, I'm on episode 50
Boruto?
of Boruto.
Oh.
He's in the thick of it.
I'm
Yeah.
getting close to the tuning exams
He knows because the news told him.
because
Ah.
the news told me.
The
And I
newscasters are really important in
Yeah.
Boruto.
Mhm.
found out that Naruto still is not a tuning, but he's the Hokage.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, he went off to train with
Jiraiya.
Jiraiya, and then the war happened.
Well, no, I knew that, but I thought that like early Boruto like showed that like Naruto going through the tuning exams, or maybe I
He
misheard
was
that.
studying to become the Hokage.
Right, like
Yeah.
that's what he was doing at the end of Shippuden, was studying to catch up to everybody, but he
Yeah.
never showed the result of that. And then he became a Hokage automatically, and Boruto was like, "Oh, I guess he went through all that," but apparently not.
He's gone through like everything apparently except for like filling out certain documents basically.
Oh, I see.
That's what it
That's how-
feels like.
Yeah, that's how it seems.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
achieved
I
my
mean,
goal.
I'm a Hokage now. Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to go through those formalities?
But
It's the respect.
it's good. It's good. It's just it's different. So I always have that argument on my hand.
Nice shirt.
Thanks. I haven't started watching it yet. so-
Still, it's waiting.
Oh, I'm waiting for it
Oh.
to finish before I binge it.
How many more
It's
episodes?
quite a bit.
Okay.
It's 24
Really?
episodes.
Oh, it's 24.
Yeah,
So you're gonna be waiting
for
for.
a while.
And if it
Couple
releases
months.
at the same time as My Hero, that means
It's
it's, only on
every week.
episode 8, right? Okay.
I think maybe you should start watching it before you go back to school.
No, because then I can just.
Oh, that's right. You have Helen as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll be up in Helen. I don't have my computer or anything with me, so I'll just be watching anime while I'm off of work.
Because I would say like 24 episodes is gonna be a lot to cram in when you go back to school.
No, plus I'm also gonna be putting in. I'm in Helen in January.
Yeah,
I will
we'll-
have a snow day.
Right.
Will
Like,
Will gets to just live on a golf course.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dream. It's cool.
On a golf course on a mountain.
for 5 weeks,
So nice.
rent free.
Man, that's gotta
That's-
suck to get. You hit a ball and it's just gone.
Well,
Pretty much.
you're not allowed to play on the golf course until it's over 32 degrees.
Really?
Yeah.
Lame.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop me. I'm
Just
here.
do it.
Everyone else is not here.
You just play the third hole over and over, fourth hole over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
Um,
real good. I'll have like 10 strokes on the rest of them, but I'll get that hole in one on hole 4.
You
What's
pop
up,
your
Bay?
jaw.
Yeah,
You're trying to say
something? It was loud.
I was gonna ask, is everybody watching The Mandalorian?
I'm not.
No, I do not have Disney Plus.
Same.
I'm 1 episode behind.
We watched it last night.
What are your opinions on it?
I would kill for Baby Yoda.
That seems to be the general consensus
Yeah.
of the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're
Cutest
coming.
thing in the world.
This is one of those things. My dad brought it up actually yesterday, which was pretty funny because I didn't think he actually paid attention to that kind of thing. But anyways, he was talking to Timmy, and he was like, the whole Baby Yoda thing. He was just like, Disney's an idiot, and we were like, what are you talking about? They're coming out with a stuffed Baby Yoda in February. Why are you not coming out with it in December
Yeah,
for
for
Christmas?
Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it's by the time they're able to manufacture. I think almost.
Maybe. I don't know, but I feel like they should have prepped. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to have known this was going to
They
be
could
a
have
hit.
made
Yeah, they
so
probably
much
could.
money.
They
during
could have
Christmas
And then
season.
as a fallback, you could have spent those big bucks to get a rush order or something like that.
Yeah. I was saying to someone, I don't
Valentine's.
remember who,
No.
but that's a good point actually. Valentine's. But
Not as big as Christmas. Yeah.
well, yeah, but it's like stuffed bear holiday.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways.
but I was saying like they should have like made some sort of nativity scene with Baby Yoda and like the spectral
You've
Jedi.
seen that meme, right? With the Yoda.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just someone should make a physical one.
Yeah. There's a Yoda. Like there's a meme talking about like he's been here for like 3 days. My mom still hasn't found out, and he snuck a Yoda into the nativity scene.
Yes.
And it's-
Aww.
And so the thing about Baby Yoda though, there is like this overarching like we think it's gonna happen sort of thing. Or I
Idea.
think we know.
Consensus.
They think that Palpatine somehow got the ability because in the Rise of Skywalker or whatever, we found out through the trailers that because it hasn't come out yet as of this recording, that Palpatine's still alive for some reason. So they're saying that he got part of Yoda's DNA and that the Baby Yoda is Yoda's clone.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
That would make sense.
And that would
as to
explain why he's so his race in general was very force sensitive, but that explains how he already knows how to use the force, how he has like
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
eh.
No,
Is
it's
it really a
spoiler. I had
spoiler?
no idea.
Actual spoiler.
If you see a Baby Yoda, you think he's gonna use the force.
I'm not really. It's a baby.
He's 50 years old.
It's
Yeah,
a
they're-
mythical.
It's a bit. He's 50 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50 years old, but in the robot.
That's not a
We
right.
find that out literally
Yeah.
in the first episode.
Yeah.
These are things I don't know. Will.
Spoiler alert for people that have not been recorded. Please turn on.
Anyways, so they're saying that they think that he's a clone of Yoda.
I personally think
Oh.
that they wanted to release The Mandalorian now so that they can throw this character in the newest movie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if they'll put The Mandalorian in, but I think that they're gonna put this like Yoda brace.
Is it
character.
in that time?
It happens after 6,
Yeah.
Okay.
so like it
So
could like
yeah, it happens after. Yeah.
So this is during 7, 8, and 9, pretty much.
no
No, it's
before.
before 7, 8, and 9. After 6, it's in between 6 and
Yeah.
7.
Oh, okay.
It's 6 years after 6.
there's a bunch of
Or
like
something.
there's you can definitely see the remains of some Stormcloaks.
So what I've
And all the credits
So
are
what-
basically old Republic credits.
so what I've learned from previous Star Wars, when someone falls to their death and you don't really see them fall, they're not really dead.
Unless
Yeah, I
you
think
see
that's
the
fair.
body.
which means Mace
But-
Windu is still alive.
Mace Windu's still alive.
Where's Jar
Darth
Jar?
Maul was dead, but he came back, then he died again.
Jar Jar Binks is the is the
Oh, yeah.
is the Sith Lord.
Jar Jar Binks is actually Palpatine.
But
He's a clone of
they are
Palpatine.
what they are saying is that they think that the Palpatine laugh is actually a clone Palpatine.
I like the Mandalorian.
He fell. You didn't really see him die. He has the Force. He has the power to fly with the Force. Or, like, levitate. So.
I want the Force.
Yeah, me
I
too,
want to
man.
fly.
The Mandalorian so far is like a lot of side quests.
It is
Like each episode is a new side quest.
I'm okay with
because
that.
they're like
I also am okay with it.
just over 30 minutes per episode.
Mm.
Which I was originally expecting like an hour episode each.
I was too.
I
But
like that they went this way instead.
I'm not disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting on how, like, shows nowadays, or these, you know, for you know, HBO and stuff like that, have been transferred to becoming hour long,
Mm-hmm.
and we've kind of, like, forgotten the 30-minute show for a
Mm-hmm.
while.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like I watch The Office, and so like those episodes feel like they're flying by,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
just based on previous experience.
Yeah. My favorite part of The Mandalorian is probably the end of every episode. They do like concept art that they just like color.
Yeah.
And so like the
For the
credits are just
episode.
like
Concept art's always cool.
yeah.
It's
from
concept
that
art
episode.
for the episode that you just watched,
So it's
so it's
different every
really
time.
cool.
And they play the music, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Well, his like theme, I guess.
Yeah, it's good music.
I don't like that I don't know anybody's name. Like I don't know the Mandalorian's name. Baby Yoda is just that's what everybody calls it.
Like,
because
everyone has titles, but not necessarily, like,
A
a
name.
name.
I don't even
names,
know
yeah.
what species the Baby Yoda is.
Nobody
so that's
does.
No
why
one
it's
does.
And that's the whole thing. George Lucas is the only one that could create
George
something like that.
Lucas.
And he even said that he originally was not going to tell anybody what the race was.
Well, I want to know, or at least just have a name.
Mm-hmm.
And not just call it the kid.
Yeah, all the characters call it the kid, but people in real life are like Baby Yoda.
I love you.
No, they really they just call the Mandalorian Mando.
Mando, because
And
it's short
you
for
know, being a
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, he never takes his helmet off, so you have like no face to connect with.
Mm-hmm.
Which tells me that Jango Fett was not a really good Mandalorian.
I think that...
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to put his helmet back on.
I think...
We
Mando.
weren't supposed to know what his name was.
I feel like Mando at this point is, like, almost a hint at Boba and Jango, just because, like, the way their names end now.
Oh man.
Just from hearing that is all. It's just like a vague little...
That's just what everyone calls him.
But it's also just the shortened version of Mandalorian.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm saying, like, it still feels like a slight wink type thing. Enough to where you could recognize it.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched the show and I recognize that.
Being a very casual Star Wars person, I felt like just the same way about this last episode as normal, but apparently Bailey was saying that online it's apparently a really nostalgic episode.
Because
the latest one?
Yeah.
Ooh, then I really need to watch
'Cause-
it.
I think they're in Tatooine in this one, and
Yeah.
I'll stop there.
They're getting tattoos where?
On their wings.
Oh. Thank you for
Ooh,
picking
I really need to
that up.
Ooh, okay. Now I really need to watch this.
Yeah. I'm a pretty cash Star Wars person.
Well,
Okay.
we have an update.
When is Alex watching it?
Well, not Alex watching it.
Oh.
We found out yesterday Timmy Yoon has watched
4 and 5.
What?
by himself.
Okay.
He watched 4 and 5 because he's following Marcus's plan. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You need to throw
You can
Rogue
always
One
just
in there.
not watch 7, 8, 9.
If you're gonna go see the new one, you kind of have to.
Might as well watch them all if you're
I'm not watching
committing.
7, 8, 9.
Why not?
They're garbage.
Casual.
Have
You
you
haven't seen
seen
it.
them?
I've seen some of them, yes. I've seen 7, and then I've seen parts of 8 on YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking horrible.
I like them.
It's okay. You don't have to go with us to see it.
Okay. That's fine.
We'll
I'm
just-
okay. These are the very few things that I'm okay with not going to. So,
He wants to be included in everything,
pretty much.
especially when we go to Ireland.
I thought
I
you were
think the
saying,
new one's gonna be good.
I thought you were. I actually like the newer Star Wars movies, but I think it's because I didn't feel any kind of way about the original ones. Like
The only one I
I
didn't.
watched them, but they were like,
The only one I didn't like was 8, and that's because it wasn't done by J.J. Abrams, and the director of it changed everything J.J. fixed. That's the only thing I don't like.
And I'll also put a disclaimer out there. I've seen every movie only one time, so like I watch it, I'm like, that was good, and then that's where I leave it.
But that's why I'm excited about 9 is because J.J. Abrams came back and is directing the entire thing.
Morris
Morris
gave
is
up
with
after
you, buddy.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got someone on your side.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else Star Wars related?
I'll just say this. Dramatic pause. I feel like I don't really have a lot to say about Star Wars because I'm a very casual viewer of it.
Okay.
But if we were to talk about like Lord of the Rings or like Harry Potter, that one in particular,
I need to
I'd have a
rewatch
lot
The
more
Lord of the
opinions
Rings.
I want to.
I want to rewatch it.
'Cause
I can't find
Lord
the
of the Rings
Fellowship.
party.
Is that- no,
Painting party.
Painting
I really-
party.
Painting party.
I really,
Painting party.
I really do not remember one of the movies.
Which one?
I don't.
You don't know which
You don't
one it
even
is.
know what
you
They've
mean.
just all
Remember.
blurred together.
They all blurred together because it was
No,
such a long time ago
That's
that
fair.
I watched them.
The like where 1 ends and 2
I don't think I
starts,
re-
and where 2 ends and 3
I think
starts.
I don't
is
remember
just-
the twin tower, the towers.
the
It's
Two
a second
Towers.
Yeah.
2 Towers is when they like Frodo and Sam are by themselves with Smeagol.
Because
Yeah,
originally
it's less
they.
I remember parts of that.
So
but-
the end of 1 is when Frodo and Sam get into the boat, or no, and
I remember
they get
absolutely
across
all
the
of
river.
Fellowship of the Ring.
That's when they separate from the rest of the
they
Fellowship.
separate from the rest of the.
It's when
Fellowship.
Sean Bond's character dies. Sean Bean.
You call him Sean Bond.
Well,
Sean Bond
okay.
or Sean Bean.
because it's spelled the same way, so it should be pronounced one of those ways.
Instead of.
It's Sean and Bean, so it should
Right.
be Sean Bond or Sheen Bean.
But
But it's not Sean Bean.
Yes, so that fight happens and everyone gets split up.
Yeah, I knew that. I got the Fellowship.
That's the end of Fellowship, and then the beginning of 2.
2 Towers ends with the trees taking down Isengard and the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yes, is
I only remember like parts.
I see what you mean. Like, where 2 ends and 3 begins, I'm like, I know I've seen them both.
Like
But,
I
like-
remember Frodo and Sam being with Smeagol.
Yeah, that's a lot of 2.
I remember the
3 is the
the
spider.
spite.
Oh.
3 is
What?
Spider.
3 is the spider.
Oh yeah.
Even
see,
though it happened.
I thought that
literally,
might
I
happen
remember
too.
seeing the Ents wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Helm's Deep and the call to charge. Don't remember the battle.
Yeah.
And then we hit 3, and I'm like,
Well, so the trees like.
I mean, this was
storm in,
freshman
and
year of college when I watched them last. Like,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a long
Minutes.
time ago.
The trees
Yeah.
storm in, they break the dam, and that's
Release
There was a
the
dam.
river.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, no, I don't remember this.
and that's how they fuck up all the orcs. Is because
yeah, I do
and
not remember
put
this.
one tree out because
So
it catches on fire.
This might be like kind of stretching it, but
Sorry, I remember the guy being caught on fire. That's it.
In-
That's all I got.
in the very first movie, there's a part where Gandalf is talking to Saruman,
Yeah.
and they're walking through like the forest and stuff like that. That's all Isengard's like forest, and then he blocks it up, and he basically
He
summons all the orcs.
Yeah, he grows them.
And
Yeah.
he tears down the whole forest and scorches the whole place. That's when the Ents are all like, "Fuck this guy" in 2
like, "I have
because they
friends over
discover all that stuff. That's when they're all pissed, and then they release the river and
They flood Isengard.
they flood Isengard.
And then Saruman, in the movies, falls off the tower and dies. But
In
that's
the
not.
did he actually die in the movie? I don't remember him actually dying. I just remember him just being all like,
I thought he fell off the tower and died.
in the movie, all I remember is like he's like surrounded, and like that was it.
I think you're right, Ben.
I thought he fell off the tower and died because I thought it was
I thought it
gruesome.
went all the way into
I
like,
thought he
the
fell
ditch.
into a pike.
Oh yeah.
I thought that's what happened.
Pike?
But
I thought he fell down into the orc.
That's why we need a painting party.
we need to
Painting party.
But like in the books, that's not what happens. He doesn't die.
Yeah, in the books, the whole She-Bulba, the spider.
Shelob? I don't know.
Shelob.
Shelob. There it
Shelob.
is.
The spider actually happens in 2, but it's shown in the 3rd movie.
Didn't they film all of those movies at the same time too? Like I thought they filmed 1, 2, and 3 all together.
I can't remember that.
It was
they
over a
released
very
it.
long span
Mm-hmm.
of like 10 years or something like that.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll look.
I'll have to Google it.
It was in New Zealand, and everyone after watching Lord of the Rings was like, "Let's go to New Zealand.
I
This
want
is a
to.
really nice place."
That was great for their tourism.
Yes. But yes, a lot of things. I don't remember a lot of stuff that happens in the first movie because first movie's kind of boring.
Okay, stop that right now.
That's
That
Bailey's
one might be
favorite.
my favorite.
Yeah,
We need to
Yes.
rewatch them, then you can decide.
there you go.
Okay.
I
That's
love
fair.
that.
I
one.
like the second one because it ends.
I
just
like the
love
second one
plot
because it's
holes.
Smeagol.
I like the people in real life's plot holes that they pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just ride the fucking eagles all the way to?
Gandalf told them to, and they didn't listen because he's like,
Oh!
So it says
I
most.
think Ian told me that.
It says
actually.
most semi-interested fans know that all 3 Lord of the Rings movies were filmed at the same time over an 18-month span. And
I think Ian told me that.
they were all
I've
filmed
seen.
in New Zealand.
yes.
Or maybe Ortega or Jacob. That's something they would know too.
Impressive.
But that is a Jeopardy fact. You will win Jeopardy one day.
And so will all of you now. You're welcome.
You'll get that $1 million question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
How many months?
Huh?
How many months?
18.
Nice.
2 babies.
That's how long I had braces for.
I understand what you're saying, but not twins.
No, not
No,
twins.
that's how it works.
Yes, if you have twins, you have to incubate longer.
An elephant's incubation period is apparently very long. I
An
don't know what
elephant?
it is. An elephant.
Oh, and elephants.
Yes.
It's like 6 years.
I don't know what
I
it
don't
is, but it's a long time.
All right.
Why are we
Mr.
looking this
Mr.
up?
Laptop.
We are looking this up now.
No, I said, why are we looking this up?
Because curiosity.
Elephant gestation.
Think of another topic.
Got to know.
Change it.
18 to 22 months.
Yes!
Look up a
I
whale.
need that too!
Almost 2 years.
Look up a whale.
Okay.
We're gonna keep looking them up until
I
Will
don't think
decides
it's as
another
long.
topic.
I don't think whales are as long.
10 to 12.
Yeah.
Really?
I think elephant might be the longest.
Killer whales are up to 18,
Mm.
which is weird because they're not the biggest ones. Dwarf sperm whale.
Why is
Look
that
up
not in
longest-
months?
Longest
Yeah, why is
gestation period of any mammal.
Longest gestation. Okay, but this one says dwarf sperm whale, 274 days.
Meanwhile,
Thanks.
it shows like
Damn.
24 other whales, and it only shows months.
No, because they're specific.
Yes.
It actually happens.
Today is the day.
Could you imagine?
Wouldn't that be nice?
I guess it would. Imagine the planet.
Get out of my
Elephants have the longest.
Yes!
Nice.
95
I'm crushing
weeks.
it today.
Jeopardy with Bailey. Very nice.
Oh, what was the game of the app that we played? That trivia app. That
HQ?
We played? HQ,
Oh,
yeah.
HQ, yeah.
You'd be killing it on HQ right now.
The only time I've won it was when I was with all of you.
Yeah.
Here.
And you won $2.
Yeah, it was here.
I won
It was at your
$2.
house.
You're right.
What?
When she won HQ.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I've
it was
won
for
it
my
twice.
party thing for my graduation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I completely blanked. I'm sorry.
I also had something and I lost it.
I want to go to a trivia night. I've never been to one.
We were playing. Oh, we started giving each other gifts.
Oh yeah. We didn't give
Yeah,
anybody
no,
gifts
we're
because
bad.
we haven't bought them yet.
This is all Alex's fault
Why is it my fault?
because he started giving prematurely, so therefore I had to.
Well, I
reciprocate.
had it. It was sitting in
You
my
didn't
house.
have
Why would
to.
I just wait for an arbitrary date to start giving stuff out to people?
That's
when I
the
had it?
entire idea of Christmas and birthdays, and every
Why-
time's a gift giving.
Why would he wait for an arbitrary date when today could be the arbitrary
Today.
date?
There you
So
go.
therefore, you initiated and I reciprocated.
I appreciate the reciprocation.
And I just felt all bad,
Yeah.
but thankful.
Don't worry, I gotta finish.
You have to finish it. What is that
I gotta
supposed to be?
finish it.
So
Hmm.
What is that supposed to
Alex gave me
It's not
that
complete.
medal. That's over
That's
there.
be? This?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ben breaks it.
Oh,
and
shit.
Ben got you for Christmas a broken medal.
That's cool.
I want to see it. I want to see
Yeah, I'll
it.
show you.
It's a bunch of these, but ghost type
It's-
Pokemon.
Oh,
It's Nick's favorite
dude.
decorations, the metal plates.
That's
I wanna see
dope.
it.
I'll try to get avoid the.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
There you go.
Oh my god, a Mimikyu right there in
Of
front.
course.
I know!
That was the clincher.
Here you go, Bailey. If you want to look.
Give it, give it, give it, give it, give it.
And then you can take the bag with it, just in case.
And then
Aw.
Alex got.
That Gengar though.
Got socks. Oh yeah, yeah.
He got us $60 in Nintendo money so that we can buy Animal Crossing when
So-
it comes out.
Down
Which I
payment.
will.
Heck yeah.
He got us our houses of socks.
Yes.
Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw.
And then I gave you guys blankets.
Yes. I
Which are also Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. Blankets.
Hufflesmuff and Lebendahl.
Could you tell me like Harry Potter?
No.
Me must.
I never watched this. I have some. And then
And Nick got himself this Braves jersey.
I got a cool Ike amiibo.
That's mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
yeah,
Alex gave it to
Oh.
me.
yeah. So Alex got the Ike amiibo for me.
I got a dope mouse from William.
What was that?
What are you
Is that
doing?
Logitech?
Yeah. Logitech.
Yes. Yeah. My thumb was covering it up, but
Is
yes.
Okay.
Wired.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
But
It's such a pain with
to
wireless,
keep swapping
man.
out the batteries, yeah.
Yeah,
I did that
I-
with my laptop for a while.
My mouse is technically wireless, but it's plugged in because
Oh.
it just constantly dies. It's a chargeable one too.
Oh, I
So
see.
Yeah,
the-
I liked it better when you actually put batteries in it.
It doesn't have batteries.
No, I know. I'm saying if
You
I
like
had
the
to
ones that
choose
you-
between a
Oh.
wireless mouse,
I see.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree.
I don't like the rechargeable ones.
And then Nick gave me a Ruin or a Zoro pop figure. Can't really see it.
There it is.
There it is.
What was that?
And then Alex gave me a Brian McCann Braves jersey.
So he gave him a jersey that has Nick's name on
I know,
it.
that's why
For real.
when you did that, I was like, I also win.
Yeah.
No, but Brian McCann's my favorite Braves player of all time.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
This is nice.
He retired this year
Mhm.
after his last year playing with the Braves.
That is so cool.
Mhm.
So
So you
a
could
good
have
gift.
never gotten this
yeah, it's
again.
possible.
Any little-
Just
Discuss-
merchandise is out of stock now. Game over.
Yeah, any player that ever
Struck
goes
out.
retires, you can always do the custom jerseys and just be all like, well, here's the name and here's the number, so pretty sure it's what he would wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have a whole box of other presents
Of
that we will
missing-
not show, but it's for other people.
That's a big ass box.
He's got
Lots
a lot of
of-
friends.
Yes.
True.
Sawyer, Sarah Kate, Jacob, Majors, Sam, Ian,
It's a lot of stuff.
then you guys,
Mm-hmm.
Zach, but I need to find something for Zach.
I already found his. It's
Yes.
still coming in though.
Alex is also having a hard time with Zach. And then I have my whole family as well.
I originally was going to give him a figure of something that would make him go to jail, and I
You were
decided
gonna buy
against
him
it.
a Shiro figure.
How
It
about
was a
next
bikini
year?
Shiro figure.
I've seen the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about next year we draw names and do that instead?
You guys can do that.
Breaking the bank.
Yep. That's what I did.
And then I have yours, but I gotta finish it.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh yeah, your birthday present's on the way.
Oh my god.
And then I have
Hey.
his that's coming in as well.
And then one of Timmy's is on the way too. Timmy's not gonna watch this, so I could probably just say it. But I'm not going to. Just for the off
Just
chance.
in case.
The one episode he decides to watch. No, we're not gonna do it. I have the power. Yes. So Christmas
So
festivities.
gifts.
Yes.
Cool.
When for your families, when do you guys normally give gifts?
Hmm.
Are you a Christmas Eve or Christmas?
On Christmas Day.
Well,
most of the
For
time.
my family, we typically do it on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it on Christmas before though too.
Yes.
His family's the one that like used to
Waffles,
say.
depending on when it's more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
My family, we do it on Christmas every year.
Yeah.
We wake up there, spend the night with my parents.
Parents.
Our tradition is to open one gift on Christmas Eve. I think a lot of people have that tradition. And then, yeah, we just wake up there and open all the presents.
Okay.
We wake up when the kids wake up, which is early.
Christmas morning.
Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Same.
Christmas morning.
We go over to
We
my grandma's and do it.
we usually have a family party on Christmas Eve, so everyone who's not part of like the nuclear family of theirs would give out on Christmas Eve. So all the aunts and uncles and grandparents and cousins would get theirs Christmas Eve, and then all of my my brother and sister and my mom and dad would exchange Christmas Day.
Mhm.
So we kind of like have two separate things.
Yeah. When my family, when we were younger kids, we would have like a fuller family one, but we just do one, like nuclear family Christmas. Mhm.
We on Christmas Eve we go to my aunt's house for dinner, and then we go back over to Marietta to my grandma's house, which is in the same neighborhood, and then Christmas morning
Nice.
there. So
Are you tired?
yes, I am
Why are you
A
tired?
wee bit.
because I'm tired.
How are you tired?
Because I'm
Because.
tired.
You get be tired by not doing anything.
Yeah, he did do something yesterday.
Yeah, I cried myself to sleep last night.
Got his ass whooped.
God.
We just bent over and bit the
Oh,
curb.
yeah.
You're so dramatic. Cried myself to
We
sleep last
bent
night.
over, bit the curb, and just let them have their way with us.
Hey, but we're going to the Sugar Bowl.
Possibly.
It's confirmed.
Oh, is it? Who are we going against?
Baylor.
Oh,
Do you not want to go against Baylor?
We're gonna end up doing the same thing we did last year, where we're not gonna show up and play because we didn't make it into the playoffs.
We're talking about UGA, by the way.
Yeah.
Georgia football. We got a
Is
couple
it-
dogs fans
Is
here.
Alabama going against Michigan?
I'm not sure. I think they released them. I don't think they released them all.
Because
No! You're getting sick pleasure out of this.
Oh,
You're like,
big
oh,
time.
Michigan's gonna
because
get
they
booked.
predicted that it might be Alabama versus Michigan.
No, there's only a few that have been
They're gonna
confirmed
be
so far.
finishing it up the rest of the day.
Oh.
They make it an entire day like
Stay
stream
tuned.
sort of thing where they release like every couple. They release like 3 or 4 every hour until like 10 o'clock.
They only
tonight.
released the New Year's games so far: Florida v. Virginia, Oregon v. Wisconsin, and Memphis versus Penn State. And then, of course, the national championship matchups.
Who cares about any of those teams, honestly?
Wait,
Except for maybe Penn State. No offense to other fans.
okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
full offense. Georgia's best.
So we'll be playing on good old New Year's Day.
I barely even watch. Fuck
Hey,
everyone else.
this year I
Yeah,
actually don't have to
true.
worry about it because I don't have to go to work until the 6th. So
Nice.
I can actually
Cool.
watch it because they always have those freaking bowl games so late.
Late.
Wait, am I
Yeah.
going to work until the
Mhm.
6th?
So New Year's Day. Oh, speaking of which, what are y'all doing New Year's?
No, I
Not a damn thing so far. Sounds good.
Booze, alcohol, everything. And booze and alcohol. I had to say that twice because we will have so much alcohol.
I'll be working, but I'll drive back right after work to come party.
You have work?
On New
On
Year's
you have
Eve.
to work.
On Eve, yeah.
Mm,
I
that
just only have
sucks.
off on the day.
I get,
Oh, well, that's fine then.
I
Yeah.
get Evan Day.
I get even days.
I work
Damn.
the night of day, so I'm off Eve.
Okay, good.
So I can get.
You're not drinking until you eat. I'm not having a copy of a couple of years ago.
Hey, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's more fun.
Not
Everything's
when,
interesting.
not when we're worried we have to take you to the hospital.
What's this we are worry that we're gonna have to take you to the
Zach
hospital?
woke me up multiple times to tell me you were puking blackout.
And
He got it out.
Black.
Hospital
your
wasn't
puke
mentioned
was
once?
black?
Yeah, his puke
Yes.
was black because he fucking poisoned his liver.
it's
That's bile, dude.
no, it's stomach lining. It's fine.
It's fine.
No, I think it's bile.
Nah. Hospital wasn't mentioned once that night.
Your
you.
liver,
And
your liver heated
Zach
itself
Was the
away.
only person that I saw that night, so it was fine. That was also another sleepless night for Nick. Not fall asleep once.
You've had a couple of these.
Therefore, I didn't forget anything. I remember everything. So that's
Lord.
that's awesome. I never had a situation where I've been blackout drunk or I've lost like memory of like what happened the night before. So
Yeah.
I lose pieces.
Yeah, I think that happens
Reese's
anyway, though. Like,
Pieces.
even if I don't drink, you can't remember everything all the time. Just saying.
And of course, the basement is open for all the drinking games that we want to do,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
including the ping pong table,
Oh yeah.
which means we can have a big old game of Stack Cup.
I love
like it.
Stack Cup. That's my favorite.
Yes.
But I will be needing help getting alcohol.
Oh, of course.
If we're going to be playing those kinds of games.
Oh, we
but
have
of
so
course,
much from the wedding.
Bro, I
Oh, that's
got you.
But of course, y'all can drink as much as you want. We just got to take your keys. If you all decide to drink, we have things to.
Take your keys.
We have places for y'all to sleep.
Yeah, I'll just sleep in Zach's bed.
Yeah, little Zach will be there.
You'll sleep
You'll
in
sleep
Zach's
in
bed.
Zach.
Can get close.
Wouldn't be the first time I've shared a bed with Zach.
That's
So,
Yes.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Sounds like you're more interested. You're more excited for New Year's than you are for Christmas.
I'm excited for everything. I love Christmas time.
Yeah, that's true.
it's just a good season.
Mm-hmm. Halloween into Thanksgiving into Christmas and New Year's,
It's the better half of the year.
October onwards.
for sure.
Yeah.
and then you just get the harshness of January and February, and you're like,
And nothing,
I guess
nothing big,
I guess
really.
there's Valentine's, but it's fucking cold as shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's just really cold and I give up on my resolution. So
And your day is so short.
Yeah.
And then you have March, and I'm like, okay, my birthday's here. Things are starting to warm up. It's getting springtime. Not too bad. And then
Rain.
hot. Just sucks. And then that's about it. That's yeah.
that's
That's the
Georgia.
simplicity of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I guess everywhere, to be honest.
Not everywhere.
No?
No, Florida's just hot.
Yeah.
Or rainy.
Oh,
Is
no,
it your
Flor-
hot season
Florida
or
feels
your
great
rainy
in the winter
season?
time. I gotta say,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I've had, I think it's like 5 or 6 years that I've gone down to Florida for every Christmas
Oh wow.
to
Including this year,
to
right?
party on the beach. Yeah,
Are you
going again
this year?
going this year too. Yeah.
You're not
And-
going to your sister's boyfriend's parents' house?
No, gotta see the grandparents at least once a year.
Oh, okay.
No, he's going to his sister's boyfriend's parents' cousin's.
Oh, the plot thickens. No, it will be fun. For a few years it's been on Siesta Key, but now they live a little
Ooh,
bit more
nice.
south at Venice Beach, which to me is just as nice a beach with a third less of people, or like
Oh,
1/3
nice.
of the people total.
I should
Yeah.
So I like
text
that.
Sam saying that Alex is going to Venice.
no, no
jelly.
context.
Which Sam went to a wedding yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It was Becky Breen's wedding.
Oh, she went to that wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She got invited.
Yeah, her parents are close.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot I heard about that from Ryan.
And so she's now
Did Ryan go?
Becky Jones.
Yes,
Probably.
he did.
Mm.
I
She's-
saw pictures.
She's Becky Jones now.
I have no idea.
Because I think
Sounds close to Baby
I,
Jones.
I think
Close enough.
I think the person she married was Alex Jones,
Bull ring.
which sounds like someone who has a radio show.
It does.
Hello, welcome to the Alex Jones podcast. This is actually Spooks. Stay tuned. Yeah. So you just got your tree
Mm-hmm.
the other day. You
Parents
got
are decorating it right now.
who's decorating
My
it?
parents.
Not you.
Nope.
You don't want to decorate it?
I mean, I would, but they decided to do it during the podcast time, so.
Oh.
You know.
Mm.
Are they like texting you right now?
No,
Like, "Ah!"
my dad likes to do the lights by himself at this point because he's like, I
Lights
fucking did
suck.
it wrong.
Yeah, lights suck. So
It's a
hard.
small tree, anyways,
Mhm.
because it wasn't apparently 5 years ago, there's like a drought, which means that the trees this year were not really that
It
great.
sucked.
Oh.
Interesting. So they're-
Explains my tree.
They're a lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you only really need. They've decided to do an all white light Christmas tree instead of a colored light Christmas tree this year
We decided to
I
do
feel
both.
that.
Yeah.
because it's easier
Same
and it doesn't get
color.
overheated.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Bailey's parents have a 12-foot tree.
Whoa.
They're
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah, it's a fake tree.
My
but
mom hates it.
it's 5 parts.
You have the room for it as well.
Yes,
They're
yeah,
like-
you
their
have the high
house-
ceilings.
My mom was like,
Yeah.
"This is the tree of my dreams," and a year later, she's like, "This is the worst fucking tree."
Last year,
Yeah, because someone's got to get up on that ladder, right, and decorate everything.
Yeah.
Now she wants
My
a.
grandparents had
She
something
wants
like
one
that
that's
as well.
basically the same like height, but she wants it to be skinny. Because right now this one's like
really wide.
so big.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pre-lit either.
So they strung it last year, and then they cut the lights off.
No. They bought it pre-lit,
Oh.
but like a section of lights didn't work, and my mom was like, "Burn the whole thing down and cut all the lights off of it," and it took way longer than you would ever think.
it took us like a
Yeah.
couple days
So now
Oh.
they have to put lights on it every year.
because
which
they're
kinda
like
defeats
strung
the-
so tightly
Yeah.
on each ring.
I
It
see.
defeats the purpose of having a fake tree.
Right.
Having to put the lights on every year,
Yeah.
which is the worst part of
You
decorating
still have
a
to
tree.
deal with pine needles, which can be. A
No,
huge-
they still fall off.
Well,
They're just
they'll
plastic.
but like,
Yeah.
and
It's
this,
not as bad.
I see.
whatever this-
Admittedly, it's not as bad.
whatever
Okay.
this plastic is makes like most of our skin itch too,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
which is really weird.
Yeah, well, we're going against it and everything like that. I mean, just it works just like normal blades of grass, 'cause it's like slightly cutting you,
Yeah, I guess
scratching
that's
you.
true.
Oh, I think my mom's allergic. It gives her hives every time she touches
Oh,
it.
really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, my mom hates a
Well.
tree. It's really
Oh,
pretty
that's
though when it's
understandable.
decorated.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like it's a monster.
Yeah, my grandparents used to have a giant tree like that,
Mhm.
except I think over time it had like a really like giant base, and then like the top was just like, so it ended up being looking more like a Hershey Kiss. But so now we still do like 2 Christmas trees. So like my grandmother has one up right now, which thank you my cousin Lindsay for coming over and taking her out, and when she brought her back she set up the tree for her so I don't have to do it.
Oh, that's
Hey.
nice.
Thank God. Just like one more thing off my list type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you guys came in, my parents were setting up the tree that's a new tree. We use the reusable ones, the
Mhm.
plastic ones,
Yeah.
which is both all white lights and all
I know.
color
Your
lights.
parents' tree is really cool. It's lit, as you could say.
And we were talking about on how one day for Swibs maybe we'll have a portal tree.
Oh, that'd be
When
cute.
we have our own space.
Podcast
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that will
Dibs.
justify leaving it up all year.
No.
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 Yes. For those who don't know, a portal tree is like when you have basically like half the tree,
The
like
game portal.
yeah, like the game portal, half the tree, like the bottom half, like up in the ceiling, and it has like usually like a string of blue lights around it,
Mhm.
and then it'll have like a set of orange lights maybe going out through like a wall or something like that, and then the top half of the tree will be going through there. It's pretty cool.
It's extra.
like
It's
it.
cool though.
Yeah,
It's worth it.
it would be cool.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yes. And then what I was telling Ben is like maybe we should do the death metal tree where it's like a black tree but you have red lights, and then have like candy
Skulls
canes
off
on the
every
bottom.
branch.
Candy canes on the bottom to do like kind of like
Demonic scripting.
demonic script.
Boom.
And then all the ornaments would look like blood.
Yes.
Anyway, my dream Christmas tree would be white lights and then like red and white ornaments.
You mean white tree?
Nope.
No.
No,
Regular
green tree,
tree.
white lights.
Green tree with white lights.
And then like candy cane themed
Mm.
ornaments. That's what I'm feeling this year.
That's what
Other
you
years
feeling?
I like
You feeling?
gold.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
feeling this year like a Nintendo themed.
Oh, cute.
Because I
Like
saw
the
on
Kirby
Etsy there are a lot of Nintendo character ornaments that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
So you
that's
could
just
just
a bomb.
yeah,
Dumb.
just get like a small fake tree or
Etsy
something like
wants
that. Put in my
sponsor
room.
us.
And Etsy is
all
a
of
dangerous
Etsy.
place because I spend way too much
I
money
love
and way too much time.
I love it.
That's where I got your Christmas present.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Which you're gonna be gone for Christmas, right? You're gonna go somewhere.
19th through the 23rd, Timmy, Alex, Zach, and I are going to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're going to Disney World. It's like a combined graduation gift for me and Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying for both of us, so combined graduation gift for myself and Zach.
Mm-hmm.
And I invited Alex and Timmy because I knew Alex was going to have to go down to Florida anyways.
Yes.
So his
Right.
mom is literally picking him up from our hotel and
just doing a
taking him to
quick hop
Venice
over
Beach.
to the grandparents.
That's nice.
Mhm.
And then Timmy I literally asked him, I was like, if you could go anywhere, Universal or Disney, which one would you choose? Disney all the way. Okay, cool. We'll go to Disney then.
That's so cool.
So we bought our park hopper tickets. So we have 3 days in the parks, park hopping, and 1 day to get there and just kind of chill out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you need to chill out.
And do
yeah,
downtown Disney and all that other stuff.
Downtown.
But I will be going to the new Star Wars world,
Oh yeah.
and I will be buying a lightsaber.
Lightsaber.
Well,
If
you got
possible. I've got to.
Can you build it there?
Yeah.
That's
You
where you
can
choose
pick the
stone,
color,
right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's really cool about the Disney lightsabers because they were very smart about it. They were playing to the collectors. So you can build your own lightsaber, you can actually change out the stones and it changes the color of the blade. So you go and
that's
buy the
neat.
stones from Doc Ondar's, which is a like souvenir place, and each stone is a different. You can get a different color. If you get lucky, you can buy a red one, and it turns to a black kyber crystal,
Ooh.
which is like 1 in 300 chance of getting it.
Oh, it's just random.
It's random.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fucking cool.
Oh,
But
you go and buy a stone from the. Is it
Yeah.
always random?
it's always random with the red. It's always
With
random.
the red, not the other colors.
Yeah, it's only the red.
Mm.
Oh.
But what's really cool, they also have this like cube and a pyramid. It's like a Sith and a Jedi. And what you can do is you can put the stone in there, and each stone is random as well, where you put it in and you automatically see it glow the color of the stone, and you hear the Jedi voice of the Jedi soul that's in the stone. So like if it's a blue stone, you may hear Obi-Wan Kenobi start speaking, or if it's a green stone, you may hear Yoda start speaking, or
That is
different stuff.
really
It's so cool, and they even have like a white and a orange stone as well.
Nice.
Oh, the
Okay,
white would
that's
be cool.
The white, you can hear Ahsoka Tano, or the guy from Rogue One, who was like not the blind guy, but like the Force is always strong with me, like that kind of guy. You can hear him from a white crystal too.
That's dope.
So, going into it, do you have an idea of what you would like?
You have 4 different options to build your lightsaber. So you have like the more naturalistic one, which is like somebody who was in the wild. They built it from like a tooth of like a different creature, and they have that as like the little hilt thing, and you can like build it how you want in each section, but it's like more of a naturalistic sort of thing. There's a dark side one. There's a Republic one, so it's like the old Republic with how can I put it? It's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi. It's like the typical Jedi. I'll probably go with that one. And then there's another one that's like the really the old Republic, which was before the Jedi became a thing. So.
Oh, that's cool.
And it comes with like a commemorative pin of whatever you chose. So that's cool.
I've heard the Avatar area is really cool too.
We're gonna hit Animal Kingdom first day, so because that's one of Timmy's favorites.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom's cool.
We're gonna spend as little time as possible in Magic Kingdom, I think, but we're still gonna hit it because.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like when you get older, it's like.
But I mean, it's gonna be decorated for Christmas, so.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to go there.
At least
to
see
get
it,
Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I
Walk
want to hit
around.
Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Haunted Mansion.
Because those two are my
yes.
2 favorites.
Yes.
And
Agreed.
Space Mountain.
And the
possibly.
Buzz Lightyear ride.
I like the Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
I've
But
I
once
gotta
you
get
get
the
a
high
high
score.
score,
I gotta get the high score.
Every time I go, though, they always have the broken. I always get the broken one that doesn't quite work.
Oh, you
Fire
sure?
correctly.
Just kidding.
I think for Disney, I've only been to Magic Kingdom. I've never done
really?
anything else.
Yeah.
And then we're also hitting, of course, Hollywood Studios for the Star Wars world and
Yes.
Rock and Roller Coaster and
Tower
Tower of Terror. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Super excited.
I know I went to Disney when I was younger. I don't really remember it, except for we went during Christmas time. And apparently they, like, snatched me from the crowd and were like, yay, she's going to be in the parade. My mom was like, my child. So that's what I remember from that trip when I was really young. But the time I remember last was when I was in high school. And we did that for our senior trip. But, like, when I was in high school, I was like, I want to do all the rides. Like, and that's, I feel like, what most people wanted to do was just, like, ride. And now that I'm older, I'm like, I kind of just want to, like, look at it. You know what I mean? Like, there's some rides where I'm like, oh, yeah, definitely will ride it. But I'm over it. I think the things that are cool about Disney now are, like I want to go to, like, the Avatar world or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
And
Star
Like
Wars
for us, we're
area.
gonna go drink around Epcot.
Yes, I need to take
We're
that
literally
to
going
Epcot.
drinking
She's
around the
never been
world.
there.
That's literally gonna be our entire day at
that's the
Epcot.
thing.
Is gonna be drinking around the world.
I need to do like everything at Epcot because
Oh, yeah,
think
'cause
the
you
one
don't-
time I went was in middle school, and that was the day we tried to split half with Epcot and half with Animal Kingdom, I
And
think.
you can't do that.
And I didn't get to barely do anything. Like we walked around and like looked at all the shops and really didn't do much. And I didn't even get to go on like the one ride that was there, which is like the gravity like spin you around.
Oh.
The Mission to Mars or whatever
Mission
it
to
is.
Mars,
I've
yeah.
never-
Or there was like a
I've never-
3-hour
Project
wait,
Space.
something like that. But there was a 3-hour wait for it, so it was like, I guess I'm
It
not.
puts like
guess
9
I'm not
Gs
going
on
on
you,
that.
like 5 or 6 Gs or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Soarin' is pretty cool.
Soarin's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do it again, but I'm glad I've
Yeah.
done it once.
Test Track is fun.
They
Test
still
Track's
have
cool.
that?
Soarin's still there, yeah.
What is
No,
Soarin'?
Test
Oh,
Track.
Test Track is still there. And then they have the
Who's
Mission
Soarin'?
Space.
What's Soarin'?
Oh, it's like
Soren's like the 4D movie where you're on a hang glider.
yeah, it pulls you up in a hang glider. There's like
Oh.
it starts off there's like 4 rows of hang gliders, and then the back row like it's lifted all the way up, and then the third one. And then
Oh, okay.
I
So it's
see.
like everyone's like on top of each other.
Everyone's
yes,
stacked,
so you
yeah.
like look down and there's like 3 rows of people below you.
Ew.
And then you have mission space, which you don't have to press any of the buttons in there, but you can choose the more extreme or the less extreme.
You don't have to push any of the buttons,
I mean, you'll get out regardless.
but you can
You
push
can
all
push
the
It's a
buttons.
50-50 button, Nick.
But the more spirit, like the more extreme one is the best because it puts you in like 5, 6, or 7 Gs. I can't remember how much it is, and it spins you around fast enough to have you simulate like you're taking off in a rocket.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
But unfortunately, the outside is like open when you're strapped in, so don't look outside or you will puke.
Oh, are you just like spinning?
Yeah, that's how they get the Gs.
Grody.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine
Grody.
being like, oh god.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, we're gonna
hit
drink
you in
first.
your own face.
We're gonna drink first.
We're gonna drink alcohol first and then
Yeah.
go
20
on there.
people.
The no puke challenge.
360.
Oh,
Let's go.
But
That's awesome.
That's so cool. Well, that's fun. I'm glad you guys are going.
and that's why I've been trying to save up money so I can buy
Oh,
stuff.
man.
So
This-
y'all need to tell me y'all's favorite ride/area so I can look for
I'll
shit
hop
for
on the
y'all.
bike, you know, 'cause it's like
You don't have to
all
give me anything.
passengers
This
leave.
seems
whatever.
expensive, dude.
No, I know, but I can get you with like a small little thing.
That's true. Olivia got me a
Chill,
keychain.
I mean, I might get you something from like a haunted mansion.
Oh, I love Haunted Mansion. Olivia got me a keychain once
Running
from
wild.
Animal Kingdom, and I still have it. It's like a
Oh,
home
yeah.
right now. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Solid.
don't break your back about it.
No, I also have to find stuff for my 3 little cousins that are
Oh
all
yeah.
big Disney fans.
You gonna be shopping.
So I already know I have to find something, whether it's Buzz Lightyear, Woody, or Rex for my smallest cousin.
That's what Sebastian's
Something
into. And cars.
Elsa or Moana for my middle cousin Emmy,
Mhm.
and then I don't know what I'm gonna give my cousin Isaac, who's 10 years old, because he's
Oh.
kind of starting to get to that point where he's just like, I'm too old for some shit, and then I'm not.
Yeah.
For the Star Wars. Oh yeah. First, what color lightsaber do you think you're gonna go?
God, purple all the way.
Purple?
Man.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
get the other colors that I want. The original one I'm going to get is purple because that is my lightsaber color.
Okay.
We found that out during all the tests. I got purple every time.
And can you get the kyber crystals independently?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just go into the gift shop. They're like, unfortunately, they're like $12 to $15 each. I think it's $12 if you're a season pass holder, but $15 if you're not.
That's honestly not that bad.
No, but it's
For the crystal.
that's just
I don't think that's that bad.
Oh.
it's
Okay.
$200 for the lightsaber.
Total.
But yeah, it's 200. And
No, I really don't
tax.
think that's that bad for the crystal. Because you don't have to have more than one.
yeah,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
gotta get that
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
but I'll be buying like the cube to put it in because I want to see what person I got. But and then I'm gonna be buying like one of each of the kyber crystals.
Oh.
But I've been saving money for it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got it
Gotcha.
planned out.
I definitely
You should
think.
never.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you should never feel ashamed of spending money that you plan to spend.
Yeah.
Right.
But they also have like stuffed animals. Like they have one of those porgs. They have stuffed
Oh,
porgs.
nice.
I love porgs.
So and then if we have enough time and or money and it's not too long of a wait for the lightsaber, you can also build your own droid.
Wow.
That's remote control. You can either build a BB-8 unit or an R2 unit and make it like customized your own.
Like how big?
Like
We're not talking full size R2.
no.
That's huge.
It's like that big.
That's
Okay.
still pretty big.
Okay, I love that.
So like a normal BB-8 size, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But it's an
BB-8
R2
says
unit about
R2
the same
Yeah,
size.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like they have a conveyor belt with a bunch of parts,
Mm-hmm.
and you can choose, okay, I want an R2 unit or BB-8 unit. And so if you pay for the R2 unit, you can literally find, okay, so I want a black translucent head with a red full opaque
Okay,
body and like
that's
put it
flipping
together.
cool.
So
And
I want that
basically,
on my
you can make
lightsaber.
all the R2 units that die at the very beginning of episode 1.
pretty much.
Aw.
And then the BB-8s, it's weird. That one runs just on magnets because you can literally take the head off and
Yeah.
it just rolls like a normal ball and it doesn't move around with remote control. As soon as you put the head on, you can control it. And I'm like,
Wow.
That is
Okay.
Sure.
That is so cool.
But
Why
R2's
doesn't the
my
Build-A-Bear
favorite.
here have all that shit?
Right? But R2's my favorite, so I'm gonna have to go with
Oh yeah.
R2. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
my
I-
Disney Plus picture is literally R2,
Oh really?
D2.
Ours is a penguin.
Oh,
Zach's is
here. Yeah, okay.
Zach's is oh god, what's his name from Big Hero 6?
Oh, Baymax.
Yeah,
right?
Baymax. Yeah.
Oh.
Fa la la la.
I
Yes.
am not fast. That's the one I say.
I
all
quote
the
that
time.
for myself all the
I know.
time. I am
I'm
not fast.
But yeah, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
I really
Oh,
want to
so
see. The only thing I really am looking forward to for Magic Kingdom is if we go at night. I want to see the fireworks, the Christmas
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think the Christmas parade would be cool to see too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm with you there.
I'm like, I want to see a couple of
Alex.
rides. I want to go on a couple of rides, but if we spend most of our time in Epcot, because our plan right now, we only have 3 days of parks.
Mhm.
We bought the Park Hopper pass because it's cheaper to buy them all together.
Mhm.
So we have 3 days of Park Hoppers, but we're gonna spend a day in Hollywood, a day in Animal Kingdom if we don't run out of stuff. If we
Mhm.
do, we can move on,
Mhm.
and then a day between Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Most of the time in Epcot, and then go to Magic Kingdom for like a.
I
few
think
hours.
nighttime Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Would be nice. I think that's.
Plus,
when
I
they
also
get
haven't
Christmas
ridden the
parade.
Dwarves ride
Oh, yeah, same
Dwarfs.
either.
Dolphs.
because that was when we went
They
in
were
high
building
school.
it.
They were still building it.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah.
Just like with our first time when we went to Universal our freshman year, they were still building Harry Potter World.
Oh yeah, they were, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
You got to go.
Yeah, because I didn't get to go until.
Well, no,
Well, but
last
it wasn't like finished. And then we went in high school. It still wasn't.
still wasn't finished
What
because
is
they didn't
it?
have
But you guys
the
were
Diagon
right.
Alley.
Mm-hmm.
They had some stuff up and running though.
They had like that one roller coaster ride.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They-
And apparently they tore down the Twin Dragons now.
Oh.
I heard that.
Because they
Because
they
they
changed it.
Well, they changed
to-
it originally from the Twin Dragons
Dragons.
to the Dragon Challenge, and
Right.
they tore that down
Right.
and put the Hagrid's there. Hagrid's motorbike,
Oh yeah.
which apparently is great.
I mean, Twin Dragon's actually really cool though.
I loved it.
Just because like
I loved it, except for the
Yeah.
fact that Rusty was in my group.
Oh no.
That's what I was saying. You better find yourself.
SeaWorld Rusty, best Rusty. Anyways,
I'm actually very glad I was like 2 rows behind him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I felt bad for the girl in front of him.
that was SeaWorld.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, that was also Twin Dragons when I rode with him.
Oh yeah. Wow. Just don't
Because
go
he was
with
an
lot of-
idiot and he chugged a lemonade right before we went on because they told him he couldn't keep his souvenir cup with him.
Yeah. See, why do they do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't want it to fall out, and then you complain that the ride made
But they
you
also
lose
said
it.
that they couldn't hold it there.
Yeah,
you
that's
either
why
had
you
to
should
throw,
just have
chug it
little
and throw it away or
cuppies.
just throw it away.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You bought a souvenir
Yeah,
cup?
Yeah,
you're
they
supposed
said
to
that
be able to carry it
they
around.
couldn't keep it there.
Yeah.
That's literally so dumb. What are you supposed to do? Like hide it behind a trash can and go
Probably.
get it later?
Yeah.
Hope someone didn't pee in it.
So.
Gross.
Hockey
Who would
loogie
do
in
that?
it.
Who would just pick
People
up
just
something
like
and
to
pee
watch
in
the
it?
world burn, Bailey.
I don't know.
Like,
There's
that's
other.
lemonade
You're
anyway.
busy at a theme park. Why you gotta stop to?
You don't have
Pee
time to
in
find a
someone's cup.
Why do
bathroom.
they have to tell us not to run when we're trying to get to the Harry Potter castle before everybody else in Grad Bash?
Oh my god.
Seniors! That was all of Grad Bash.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
And looking
Yes.
back on it,
Yes.
I wasted so much time during Grad Bash.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
still
I'm
have
so mad at myself for it.
one.
Our
We
Grad Bash
skipped
is
the pit
special.
bull.
See,
I
I
was-
didn't because Michael Brennan
I was
was in my
happy with
freaking
that.
group.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Anyways.
lines died when Pitbull was on it.
I know.
I think we rode Hulk like 2 or 3 times.
I didn't even ride Hulk that day.
We rode
Like,
it quite a bit.
Yes. But we fought for it.
Yes.
We fought for the
That's-
right to ride and hold.
Yes.
I still have not rode Rip Ride Rocket either.
I'm neither.
You guys were playing slaps, right?
Yes.
There was there's a culmination of stories about our Grad Bash.
About, yeah.
Because we originally separated into 2 groups and we got together like a big giant group and all sorts of stuff. But
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, so Grad Bash, for people who don't understand, is basically the
At
graduating class of a high school would go to Universal, and basically it would put on like they had the park open for them throughout the night, and
And it's just
Just a bunch of high school seniors in one place.
yeah, and like basically like there's so like a little amount of people to where you can basically just ride as much as you want.
Yeah.
A bunch of different things. But I don't know. What was the most noteworthy thing about that?
Probably the Hulk.
The Hulk?
For me, yeah, because we wrote. So the problem with having that many seniors is that
Everyone,
the typical seniors typically like the roller coasters.
Right.
They want to ride all the rides. So even though there's less people in the park,
everyone
more,
has the same purpose.
There's more people waiting in the lines
That's
themselves.
so true. Yeah.
So we waited in Hulk for, I want to say, in the line itself, 2 hours. And then right when we got to the front, it got shut down because it was about to rain.
Oh no, this is before that though.
Oh
We-
well,
we got there.
I was gonna
Okay,
get to
okay.
get to that part.
Okay.
I was just gonna set the scene.
Okay.
So we waited, got in line for 2 hours, had to wait, I think like 30 minutes to 40 minutes because we were determined, like, no, we're gonna wait for this rain to pass.
Mhm.
We waited in this line. We will ride this. And then we waited like 30 minutes, like right at the front, and it rained and it passed, and then we were able to get on.
I was
ride
talking
it.
about how we were occupied ourselves though.
Yes,
Okay. Good.
all in due time.
Okay.
He tells stories differently than you.
Yes, he does.
We got to ride the first time, then we immediately ran back and rode it 2 more times because everyone like kind of cleared out because it was kind of like semi-raining at that point.
Mhm.
So we rode 3 times and had to get pelted in the face with rain on the second and third time. But we were like, fuck it, it's fun.
Yes.
It's good times. But going back to in the line,
Yes.
now that the scene is set.
Yes. So the first time when we were in the line waiting for 2 hours, I'm bored.
Yes.
I need something to occupy my time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out other games because it's like you, me, Marcus, a couple other guys that we know,
Yeah.
and
It's hard to play I Spy because everything's green.
yes.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, it's rock paper scissors. Like, okay, so we did like a couple games of rock paper scissors. I was like, oh,
Just little games
whatever.
to pass the
And
time.
then I was like, who wants to play Bloody Knuckles? And we're like, everyone's like, no, I don't want to play Bloody Knuckles. We're like, all right, fine. Want to do slaps? He's like, sure. So then I played with Marcus, and then I beat Marcus. He's like, oh man, this is fucking stupid. And I was like, okay.
It is.
And what slaps is
It's
basically
fucking stupid.
you put your hands together like this, and you take turns to go. Well, you so go
and
bop,
then I go
bop,
whap.
and you go harder and harder and harder, right?
Stupid boy game.
It is.
And
Still fun, but it is.
No, it's not.
So Nick was
You
looking
hate
for
your life
another.
afterwards.
Nick was looking for another stupid guy to join him.
Yes.
Enter me.
I literally went to everyone, and then I went up to Alex. I was like, Alex, do you want to do it? He's like, I guess. I felt like he just mostly just
I was
felt
like,
bad
sure.
for me. And
Yeah.
because like, please give me something to do. I'm losing my fucking mind. And so we start off slow, and we're getting it down. We're starting to hit pretty hard, and some people in the line started looking at us now, like, what in the world's going on?
Well, they just hear repeated slap noises.
They hear.
You turn your head up.
And then eventually it got to the point where I was like, fuck! And then I would hit Alex, because like the difference between us is that his hands are a lot bigger than mine. So he can hit all of my hand and has like more surface area, so it's like a bigger impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had speed, so I'm just like, whack! It was like full, like everything I have into it type thing. So I would go, whoosh, and then Alex would be like he's got that whimper in his that tear, just ever so he's just completely
Just say,
silent,
yeah.
just like, And
Alex has an excellent poker face.
yeah, and then he would hit me, and I'd just scream like, fucking shit! Meanwhile, there's hundreds of kids like in line watching this happen from all sorts of levels.
Yeah, because that like spins up and goes across. And
Yeah, and they're all like looking at us, and they're all like, "Oh shit!" And so it's
So it continues
for like
for a while.
30 plus minutes. We only made it. We went from
We
like
barely moved.
we barely moved. We went to like, I guess we got to the halfway point,
Yeah.
and then eventually I think it was Timmy and Marcus. Are like,
They
okay,
made-
it's a draw. It's a draw.
Yeah, they made us stop.
I don't think anyone clapped. Not that
No.
one. No.
We were clapping ourselves.
Yes, we were clapping.
But I don't know about yours, but my hand was black.
Yeah, our hands were
back-
shaking.
The back of my hand was like had like a lot of different like black spots. I think
Yeah.
were like blood vessels were like
Yeah.
breaking or rupturing or something.
And yeah, as you can imagine, they swelled up.
Yeah.
And
So dumb.
So I think they saw that, and that's what made them stop us.
maybe. I don't know.
I was gonna make you quit.
He's like, you wanted to play this dumb game. I'm gonna make you quit.
You'll never want to play
But-
with me
Yeah.
again.
And even our other hand was hurting just
Oh,
from
yeah.
from
Oh yeah,
actually.
from repeated slappage.
But then like the whole thing was like he wanted to make me quit. The thing is like I'm not going to quit. It's
Yeah.
just how it is. And
That's how we
then
both are.
Immovable object, unstoppable
Unstoppable
force.
force,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then yeah, pretty much. And then for the Harry Potter world, because you know we all split up in multiple groups,
Yeah.
Yep.
and you know everyone's in. They're all a bunch of seniors, and like some of them are all like, "Class of 2012, woo!" And then everyone else will be like, "Woo!" And
Well, what else is there doing a 2-hour wait for a ride?
yeah,
Another
we're-
2-hour wait.
We're waiting for the Hogwarts ride, like the one where you literally walk through
The castle.
the castle and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And the line literally went all
Oh,
the
yeah.
way out.
It was like that when we went
Yeah.
to.
And
I thought it was
Not for me. I ran there. I got told to stop running. But I ran there. We were
I gotta
first
be
in line.
first. Yeah,
Yeah.
baby.
It's true.
and
We went during Pitbull, and it was still really bad.
nice.
Oh
Not many. I think a good chunk of people went to go see Pitbull, but like out of the Alatoona people, like the only person that went was Ryan Barrett.
Mm,
no. Oh really?
good
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah.
And anyways,
He juggles now.
yeah, he does. And anyway, so we're going through the castle and everything like that, and I'm getting bored again, and I think I had to make a promise that I wouldn't do slaps anymore. So I had to
Checks
figure
out.
out other games. And I started catching on to the trend that everyone was just like, blah, 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 and everyone would be like, woo! Or just like, you know, just random,
Yeah.
like, random bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, man, these people are so stupid. And I was like,
Let me start a
That's rich.
stupider game.
let me start.
These guys are so
Called it.
dumb. My hand kind of hurts.
let me one up this.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
like,
so funny.
let's do the penis game. And then Timmy's all like, yeah, I never lose at this. And,
Oh, and see, the
No shame.
thing is with Timmy, he doesn't have any shame.
right.
He doesn't.
He's a nurse now, so that makes
He
sense.
really has no shame now.
He's like, it's a penis.
Yeah.
So, what's
So,
wrong with that?
I saw a guy with a bowling ball sized testicle. I'm like, I don't want to know this, Timmy.
Right.
Sounds painful.
And for people who don't know the penis game, I hope everyone knows the penis game, or else you have no
It's a
childhood.
classic.
Penis.
It starts.
Much more
It starts off
complicated
as like
steps.
everyone's agreeing. Let's play the penis game.
Penis.
And
Penis.
as each person says penis, has to get louder and louder and louder. And if I say penis, someone has to say it louder.
Penis!
Exactly.
Penis!
Mike.
I know.
Anyways, sorry.
It's capped.
Yes. Anyways, so that's how it worked. Oh my god, they're decorating down there, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
That's great.
I don't care.
And I don't care either.
I don't live here.
I just think it's funny because I have to make that discussion anyways. So we're in the greenhouse area,
Yeah, it was like a vineyard, I think.
like a botanical garden thing
Yeah.
that they had.
It's like it snakes
It's a great
upwards.
Yeah, so that's like where like the most amount of people can be in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're starting doing it, and then I think it was me, because by the time I said penis, I turn around, and there's like this little chick that she's obviously the same age as us, but she's like super short. She's like a little short Hispanic chick, and she was right behind me when I did it. And I turn around and I see her, and she's kind of had that almost that shocked look of this like,
The perplexed.
and then suddenly something magical happened. She goes, penis! And I'm like, yes! And then suddenly, way off in the distance, penis! Way over here, penis! Penis! Everyone started playing it. And then I was like, this is no longer a game. This is now just awesomeness.
And then from what I heard, Duncan McCannon was at the front.
Yeah,
And
so
he came back and said, some dumbass kids were playing the
Penis
penis
game.
game.
he was just now getting on the line, and like it had made its way an hour back through the line and made it all the way to him. And he's like, yeah, I had to deal with it the whole rest of the way. And I was like,
Yeah.
awesome. I had met, because we met him like I think 2 hours later or something like that, or way later in the night.
All that blurs in. I don't remember the specifics of the trip anymore now.
Yes.
Yeah, girl, same.
I just remember doing the explosion jump with Gurno,
Explosion jump.
where
Oh yeah, where he like had his fist on the ground.
and where a couple of people didn't.
Oh
I love
yeah.
that
Oh,
picture.
I know that now.
What is
yeah.
this?
Yeah.
We did a picture on our senior trip where Mr. Gurno was like Hulk
Hulk
smashing.
smashing the ground.
ground.
And we
Oh.
all
And it's
flew
like the camera
out.
of everyone flying.
And there were a couple people who didn't pay attention to the instructions.
So it
And they
didn't come
jumped.
out as
They
well.
did like the 2020 spring break jump instead of doing the I'm being pushed back jump.
Oh.
I did like this.
Hmm.
It still looked weird, but yeah.
So we're getting towards the end.
We are.
Yeah.
So, my this or that
Yeah.
question, relevant to what we've been talking about. If you had to pick, would you go to Disney World or Universal for the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life?
Universal. Part of me wants to say part of me wants to say Disney just because of how big it is, but the problem is that like I haven't seen the other parks, so I don't know what to expect.
I'm going Disney because they're constantly expanding.
Isn't it Universal?
Not
You-
as much as
I
don't
think
know as
Universal's thing is that they change. It's not that it's necessarily growing, it's
Yeah.
just different. So I get that concept too.
I mean, I like both parks so much. If I was doing rides alone,
Universal.
Yeah.
If I was
agree.
doing the overall experience and I had to do that every single day, Disney.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not saying every single day. I'm saying like any trip between the two, you would have to choose that one.
Yeah.
Right.
Like every time when you go down to Florida, you're
You'd have
going to
to go.
Universal or you're going to Disney type thing.
I would say Disney because kind of going off what Bailey was saying, that if you get older and older, you start appreciating the more
Yeah.
overall experience more versus just going on rides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think that the one really immersive place of Universal is the Harry Potter World part.
Right.
But after a while, there's only so much you can do in
Only
one
so much
side of the park.
potterage.
Yeah, whereas like at Disney World, a
You can-
lot of it is very
And
subversive.
it's
Yeah.
different parks. And
Yeah. Plus they own so much shit now that like, what do you?
I mean, you can
Mm,
honestly
Not
say-
Spider-Man.
No, but the whole
Yeah.
thing is, I mean, they're even going to bring the Simpsons ride from Universal to Disney
Yeah,
because now they own Fox.
Oh wow.
I kind of think Disney too.
I'm gonna
Also,
go
they
Disney.
they're worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so
It's
now you
like
could go to Disney Tokyo, you could go Disney
Paris.
Paris.
You can go to Disneyland in California.
Is there only the one
nobody
Universal?
talks about that shit.
I don't know.
What?
Is there only the one Universal?
I think there might
There's
be
Universal
another one,
Studios in other countries too.
Okay.
but I don't think they're.
As popular.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was Universal Studios in Japan is doing like a Nintendo World or something like that.
I thought Nintendo World was its own thing.
That might be its own thing, but I can't remember.
I hope so.
If it is, even more reason to go to Japan.
I know. I wanna go so
But they're
bad.
gonna bring one over to the U.S. too.
Japan?
It's just gonna take a
the
Nintendo. World.
Nintendo World. Japan. They're gonna bring Japan.
They're
One
opening.
Japan,
They said something
please.
about opening three different parks,
Mm-hmm.
and that the one in America is gonna be like it's gonna have something different than over Disney. I think we're gonna have the Donkey Kong ride.
DK.
Fuck yeah.
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is here.
I would choose Disney World for the globability because I want to go to Europe and I want to go to Japan. So it's like
Now it feels like I need to change to Disney.
you don't need to.
But I
You
feel
could
like
pick
now that those
Universal.
are all valid arguments to where I think Disney is.
Oh, we've convinced.
I just haven't had the full Disney experience.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So there is one in Hollywood. There's one in Orlando. There's one in Japan, Singapore, Beijing, Moscow, South Korea.
Disney or
Yeah,
Universal?
Universal.
Or
I'm sorry.
Universal. Okay.
So are all the other Disney's Disneylands?
They're
No,
just
I think
it's Disney World in Orlando, Disneyland in California, and then it's Disney Japan,
in Disney.
Disney Paris,
Okay.
Disney whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the other ones are.
I've been watching a show on Disney Plus that's all about the Imagineering
Or I
process.
think it's Tokyo Disney or
Mhm.
something.
And it's
like that.
really
You're
cool.
right.
I think it's Tokyo Disney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which sounds a lot better than
We-
Disney Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's so long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
alright.
it for
That's
today. You can follow us on all of the things: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Discord,
YouTube.
Reddit.
Yep, that's it.
Hey.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us and all that. And
Bye.
Watch our other shit.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.